Let's get ready to rumble!
You're listening to the Mamil Squatch podcast.
What I do is I fade it. How's that?
That was amazing. You should be a DJ.
Literally just cut it
No,
out.
that was good.
Really good.
Yeah, no, sorry guys. I was yeah, alright, episode 2, innit? We still don't have a sponsor. No one's reached out to us despite 107 views.
Have we done a sponsorship form? Send it to school?
No.
Pound a
We've
minute
got
or
some
whatever.
for George's football, but we, if someone wants to send us something free, there's a really good falafel guy in the middle of town if he wants to send us some falafel.
Pretty sure I gave my address last week by accident as well. So, you still got that.
Yeah, apologies if anyone was offended by our comments on Steve being drowned at birth.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't mean anything nasty
No.
by it, do we? A few people were like, oh, I thought that was a bit harsh.
Yeah,
but
it was a bit harsh.
I was like, well, I know it's harsh, but we did go.
Fun but fair.
We did attend your failed wedding in. What's that? That's weird. Weird. Whenever we talk about your marriage, that song comes up. Anyway, how's your divorce going?
It's going well at the moment. Solicitors are on it. She's getting the actual forms through quite soon, hopefully.
We should talk about this, honestly.
Steve is still single if anyone wants him.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost any weight. But
Again, like our sponsorships, we didn't hear anything from that. As soon as
it's early doors, isn't it? Big shout out to the 6 AM Death Squad every week. You know who you are. It's a BJJ.
Yeah, I've gathered you.
Yeah.
Is it alright to talk about Jiu-Jitsu on here, is it?
Yeah.
Can do,
Have you
can
mentioned
a
it?
bit.
I love it, man.
And we also, big shout out to Ricky Bellingham who won the World Championship.
Oh, yeah, fair play.
That's our coach, that's respect.
And that woman, I know you don't know her, but
the 65-year-old.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That was amazing, wasn't it? That was class, wasn't it?
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
fair play.
Only a year? No.
No, she's been
No,
No,
Yeah,
she was,
10 years.
yeah, she started when she was 54,
That's still
she's
good, isn't it?
65
Getting a
now.
black belt in
It's
10
ridiculous.
years? Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I was
That's
saying.
that's like standard
I'll
for
probably do
a
What do they call her?
Champions,
normal athlete.
yeah.
Professor, or what's she called that now?
Let's not go down that road because you called him a cunt last week.
Oh, did he? Did he have
I don't
it?
think he did.
I'm not associated with any
No, I
comments
probably
made.
did. I hope I never meet whoever I.
You just said that calling him a professor wasn't cool, but it is cool. And
Well, it's just odd, isn't it?
well, 10 years.
We don't do that at our club. It's called a coach, or actually called
We
Ian
just
at
call
our
him
club.
Ian.
Yeah.
It's not if you've got a
You don't
black
have
belt.
to.
There is
It's
a
if you, like a sensei in.
it's like
Yeah.
it's just so there's like Gracie Jiu-Jitsu people. They all call themselves professor when they get to the
you
coach
explained
level.
it, see, last
Yeah,
week.
sorry, no, because
I thought it was
you
just-
could
There's
call
nothing
it-
traditional at our gym apart from the pajamas. Other than that, it's all.
Yeah, everyone's. Yeah.
He puts on a Notorious B.I.G. album and you sort of
The
have
music
a little wrestle
is
and a cuddle.
shit. It's just fucking rap music
Yeah.
all the time. It drives me nuts. But I'm working on that.
Aryan Brotherhood don't like that, do they?
This is Dan, everyone. This
Hello.
is Dan. So
Hello.
Dan, come on. Dan is a self-confessed conspiracy nutcase.
No, truth, nutcase, not conspiracy,
yeah.
so just truth.
Do you want to just introduce yourself, Dan?
Hello.
You're single. Are you single?
Yeah, very much single.
So-
There is a waiting list, ladies, but if you get your name down now, you could probably be at the front of the queue by the summer. So, you know, don't
He's an
give up on
bitch,
that.
to be fair.
Good looking.
I
man.
said,
Thank
do you know
you.
who Frank Grillo is?
Yeah.
He looks like Frank Grillo.
I don't know who that is, but he's obviously a good looking boy.
He's in that. What's that new film called? Oh, I'll tell you what's in Captain America.
Right.
When they're in the lift and they're all fighting the main
Seen
man.
it, but-
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
Oh,
come on.
they're
I will watch it when I get
He's
home.
a good-looking
because
guy
I'm
anyway. That's what
quite
he's
narcissistic, and if you said I look like him, I'll sit there
He's
and.
like 50 something and he's.
Oh, cheers!
No,
Oh,
he
dear.
looks great for
No,
55,
he
doesn't
is
he?
fucking, no, I'm
Yeah,
with
he's
Dan
a
on
beast.
that. He literally is in the martial art. He's a BJJ.
Sorry, Steve is severely dyslexic.
Yeah. So he's a BJJ.
No, BJJ.
That's what's that.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Right, and it's a TV series called Kingdom. He's the main guy in that. He's,
Alright.
he's a martial artist as well. He does all of
Oh, is
it.
it?
Yeah,
He's a
he
big
is,
fighter.
yeah.
Just double checking, you are recording this, yeah?
I am recording
You wanna go
this.
with
Yeah.
this?
4 minutes
yeah.
and 41 seconds in.
It's good.
Do you want to tell us a bit about yourself, Dan?
Used to be an electrician. I'm not
Is he
anymore.
really?
Yeah, I did. I was an electrician. Now I'm a.
Surrounded by him, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it.
How long ago did you quit that?
5 years ago now. Got promoted. Became a boss of electricians, and then
Yeah,
that's just what I
the
do.
goal for me. Yeah.
What else? do jiu-jitsu with Matt. That's how I know Matt. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Quite opinionated. Talk quite a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Used to powerlift, Dan.
Used to be a powerlifter. Yeah, I was a powerlifter. Then got into jiu-jitsu.
You got the net. Well, I suppose that's jiu-jitsu as well.
Again. So
Very bad.
my
I don't know how
powerlifting.
girthy his dick is.
Very bad.
It's literally it's like that.
It's
And then
probably one of the
a bit too
downfalls
thick.
of jiu-jitsu is you don't see each other naked. Like
Well,
when
you wear those little like lycra shorts things.
But you shouting after rugby.
You know, like when we used to play rugby.
But you never used to like wearing. You got shy. So you used to wear like shorts.
No, I didn't. I used to rub my cock until it got bigger.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a
you
difference.
did
mate.
under a towel.
There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Oh,
no, but
dude.
you'd always play with someone and you could just, they might be good, and then you'd be like, please have a small dick.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, that's big.
South Pacificers. It was
Oh, yeah,
Pacific Islanders.
Polynesians, fucking tiny.
Tiny.
You don't,
Really? I
yeah,
didn't know
oh,
that.
yeah,
Tiny.
That was a thing.
yeah. I mean,
Don't
they're
want to say
fucking,
names because the lad I'm thinking of will kill me. But
yeah.
The Rock's Polynesian, isn't he? That's probably
He's
explains all the
Hawaiian.
bodybuilding.
He's Hawaiian,
Is Hawaii not Polynesia?
Jason Momoa's Hawaiian as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
so all
talking
that bravado,
I
all
don't
that
believe
long hair.
Jason Momoa's got a small.
Yeah.
Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, those are Polynesian islands.
Yeah.
Listen, they have
you're
small
literally
dicks,
naming-
but they have absolute hammers to ram them in with.
Absolutely amazing on the ukulele as well.
Yeah,
Good at that.
and they're just big fuckers. I mean, Sini, when he first come over, he was like 19 years old. We were at Ivy Bridge Rugby Club together. Like, first day he turned up, he's just benching 2 plates.
No, he wasn't 19. He was 16.
No, not Lefo.
Oh, sorry.
Sini.
Sorry.
He's just fucking benching 2 plates. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fucking hell, I've just got to 60, you know what I mean?
Lefo was more impressive.
Lefo was
Because of his
quite-
age.
Yeah.
16
He was
years old.
16.
He was doing 2 plates. It's incredible. 16.
What were your lifts? What was
Powerlifting.
What's your best dead?
Best dead 240.
Fucking that's
Best
good, isn't it?
bench 145. Best squat 190.
Hey, that's good numbers, Dan.
Wasn't bad. That was in Plymouth Performance Gym. You know, guy who comes to the gym.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
unit. And that's why I started jiu-jitsu because I was
through him.
complaining. I didn't want to do conditioning. It's like I fucking hate it. So I did ski erg. I was like, I fucking hate the ski erg. And you're right, 2 nights a week jiu-jitsu. That's your conditioning done. 3 days powerlifting, 2 days jiu-jitsu. I did 1 session and went, not coming back, mate. Like jiu-jitsu
Really?
now.
So do you
And that
not
was it.
train weights at all anymore?
Very little. I'm just starting again now because
What,
we're gonna.
at the same place?
I'm going to. I was training New Continental now.
Oh, it's a guy that trains Ricky.
Adam
isn't he?
Domslowski,
He's
yeah.
absolute jackass,
You're right.
isn't
He's trained all the fighters. Every fighter basically that you can think of, he's trained them.
he? Do you know him, Steve?
Yeah.
Get him up on your Insta for Gammon.
Yeah.
Mate, he is jacked. What's
Yeah,
he called?
mate. He's dropped a little bit of weight recently. He was training for a 300 deadlift, and he's 47.
They don't call him the bear.
No.
That's Sean Palmer.
He's fucking huge.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but he don't train anymore. He doesn't do like strongman stuff anymore. But yeah, Adam's like trained everyone. Every fighter you can think of from Plymouth, he does their strength and conditioning.
Not me.
Literally, yeah, not far from Vozzy.
Yeah, mate.
He's not good enough to train Vozzy.
Oh, absolutely. I've got 1 strike.
Oh, once you've
Yeah.
had a competition, you're a fighter.
Well, I've not done a proper competition. I mean, the in-house one, right? Armbarred, little squeaky Neil, but
It's him just throwing up some weight.
yeah, but don't show
Oh,
a
yeah.
picture of him jacked.
Can't see it.
He is jacked. You can
Yeah,
see
but you
that.
want to see him like fucking swollen, don't you?
Oh.
Like Chris Bumstead, you want to see that kind
Yeah,
of.
that's different level. Bumstead.
You say no because you knew Gerald.
Yeah.
When he was down at course, you said Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald was
huge.
like proper. Like he looked big anyway because he got those stupid arms. But he
Yeah.
took his shirt off one day to show Stuart what he was like underneath. Fuck hell, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing about bodybuilding. Yeah, no,
Biggest load of shit.
absolutely. He's
I'll
never.
tell you what,
never-
I'm going to start off right now and upset people.
Who,
fucking hate people that take gear and don't admit it. It fucking winds me up. Something chronic.
I mean, I've never broached the subject with him, and so he's therefore he's never denied it.
No, mate. He's open about.
This is cool.
Not edited.
Yeah,
That was there.
it was completely live. It's completely live.
Anyway,
Never tried
Jeremy, the guy we're
Nah, he
talking
looks
about.
great, to be fair. I knew who he is. I knew who Gerald is.
Anyway, Dave Stack.
I'm saying though, he likes
Handsome bastard.
good genetics as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Skin's lovely.
What? Yeah. Where's he?
I don't think. Although he's got that Indian tone, but I think he might be Greek.
Yeah, I was gonna
Laska's
say,
his surname.
it's not
I've just
Greek.
aired him right
I thought
out.
But he used to own the
Spanish. I thought
guru.
he was
He used to own the guru.
You might as
Oh,
well
so
just
he
tell
is.
him his phone
Yeah.
number and his address.
His address is.
He's quite high, isn't he? Bit shorter, maybe.
He's not very tall. He's very.
Yeah, he's short dude, but
So
fucking
solid.
wide, and
He's
his
always
arms are
Because you said
fucking
you were
enormous.
surprised, as muscly as he was, how weak he was.
Yeah,
Because you remember you ringing me on the first session.
yeah. I was surprised. I thought he'd be a lot stronger than that. I mean that. I don't really know. He's a good guy, Joe. Stop wearing a heart rate monitor, though, isn't he? You
Is he?
noticed that?
No, I
yeah.
don't know. But, I mean, whatever, innit? Whatever gives you a bit of
Yeah, he's a
longevity.
good guy.
It's interesting to see what you're working at, isn't it?
He is. His arms are natural
Oh, he's thick as
Because
fuck.
he hadn't been
looks like a
bodybuilding
hooker.
for, I reckon, at least a year. Because he's the same as me, we have chats about it. He says he can't do it anymore alongside the jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So I know he's not doing
Become
it.
muscle bound, surely. You wouldn't have the flexibility from doing all those big weights. And
Wow, you've got people like Nicky Rod who could, like, absolute unit, can do the splits. Like,
Really?
they exist.
I
I
mean,
think
Joe,
maybe you have to
you
be
gotta
able to
work
do
on
it
it
before
though,
you've
yeah.
got jacked,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Just keep that
But it's
flexibility.
I'm not, I can't.
when his arms around you in net, you fucking know about it.
Yeah.
Biceps pushing into your
Yeah.
thing. He is good. He's got better since he's been doing the
What's
privates
that?
with Ian.
What's that? Lombard?
Hector Lombard.
He's like that, and he's fucking.
Yeah, he lost the weekend. He does that bare knuckle.
Did he
boxing.
lose against
Yeah, he
Bailey?
lost. There's a point, so
That Hunt, innit? Something Hunt it was, wasn't it?
you've got to be fucking hard to do that.
Bare
bare knuckle,
Bare
mate,
knuckle.
that's mental.
Brutal.
Man, and there's only like one state in America where you can do it. It's not you can't do it everywhere. Because when UFC first come up, they were getting limited because they were bare knuckles
That's why
at
it's
first.
so concentrated in Nevada.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they don't mind it there.
It's basically prize fighting, isn't it? Like gypsies would do.
It's the same
But it's
thing.
just
Yeah.
televised.
But
Yeah.
the gloves that they wear, it's nothing to do with the other person's head.
It's just wraps,
It's just for your.
It's not even a wrap, is it? It's like
It's just
well,
a very thin layered glove that where it's like mittens that your mum used to put on you when you was little.
well, the bare knuckle.
No, the stuff
Oh,
that they wear
MMA, yeah.
in the UFC stuff. So,
Oh,
Yeah, the
they're
bare
not
knuckles.
but that's
just
only
wraps.
it's only for
Yeah.
it's not for the other person's head.
No,
it's for your knuckles.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever see like people's hands after they train, like their knuckles literally come back here?
It was like Rogan was always saying, oh, I think bare knuckles the way forward, and then they brought it in. He's like, no, I don't think that's the way forward. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's
I lo-
brutal. Somebody will.
Oh, it's just that Hector Lombard. They went the distance, and I can see that being a rematch. I struggle to the bare knuckle either goes
wanted
one
to
way,
watch
it's
that,
either
it's annoying.
spectacular.
Yeah, all fuck all.
Or
But the same with
it's-
any of it. It's the same
Yeah,
with
it's the same with UFC.
any fight you watch.
How good was the UFC? Did you watch UFC weekend?
I watch the highlights. I keep not
How
watching the
good?
full shows.
Oh,
Ross.
I've lost interest since.
Mate,
It's never going to be as good as the Chuck Liddell days.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. It's a
yeah.
different ball game
They're
now.
all as good as
Mate,
each
the
other.
last three
Boring.
events have been
Boring.
well.
In that's like saying boxing shit now because everyone's good
But
at
it
it.
is really, unless you.
But if you
you
you're
get very
into it,
few, yeah, but you get very few good fights, is what I'm saying. Back in the day, it was like you never really
They
knew who
built
was
it
going
up.
to win.
Well, the Max Holloway fight the weekend.
Yeah, he's class.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
he
I
is.
like Holloway. He's
They,
hard.
they were both in an ambulance at the end of it, shaking each other.
Yeah, I
Like,
was. He was like, mate, his foot was like
yeah,
looked like one of those old birds with that elephantitis or whatever it is.
yeah.
It's
Fuck it, it was mad. It was mad. We were talking about rugby earlier on. Did you see the racism that's happened in cricket?
no. Oh yes,
Yeah,
yeah, I did. No, I saw
yes,
matey did it. I saw it.
Have you seen about it?
I sing that he. Is this the one that did something
So
back
the
in the day? and-
Yorkshire, I think it's the Yorkshire County. Is it Yorkshire?
Semitism.
Yeah, Yorkshire
Anti-Semitism.
County. No, we're not anti-Semitic. That's Jewish.
Yeah, that's what
Indian.
he's got in trouble for.
No, he's
No, there was a thing. There was a thing. There was a. I don't know if it's an
Pakistani,
Indian.
so he's
Yeah.
Pakistani. And it was quite bad. To be fair, it was racist. I'm not going to deny it was racist, but the thing I
Is this
wanted.
the one that dressed up as Tupac?
No, that's something else. It's another story.
I think there must be three
There's
things.
There's a lot of it in a
Dressed
minute.
up as Tupac.
Some I only heard this very briefly. Literally as I was walking out the office there, I heard it on the radio.
Probably
Some,
Prince Harry again, isn't it?
he done a bit of Hitler, didn't he? I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah. Fucking.
No, so he was. So there was.
You keep saying he. Who is it?
I don't know his name. Steve.
Cricket
You just
player.
Google it. Just put
Yeah, he's
Yorkshire.
But he's Indian guy.
Yeah. And he was sat down
Yeah.
saying about what he'd experienced throughout.
Yeah,
his,
so
like
right.
So
things
some
that
of
had been
it-
said to him, things that.
some of it was
Three
bad.
different stories
Some
and
of it
mix
was
them all up.
some of it was bad, where they're like calling him like a packy and shit like that, which is like out and out racist. And he was saying that like the way that the team reacted towards him was in a racist manner and shit like that. George is going to have to shut that up. Ross, can you deal with that?
Get Alex.
Shut the
Alex.
door.
Just have a
Oh, yeah,
just
shut
have a
the-
word with George. Just tell him to keep it.
Mate, if you have to, just. Although his defence is getting pissed.
Oh, no, I've seen him have a go at you, mate. I don't want to try him.
Oh, after every session, he comes out and just starts fucking laying into
Yeah,
me.
it's decent. It's decent.
So yeah, there was some really bad shit, but then the thing that made go on.
Salim Malik.
Fucking
No, you're all being racist. Come on. Dave.
It's like
No,
Salim-
Salim Malik.
Malik, yeah, something like that.
Salim Malik. So he was like saying that one of the things they did in his initiation when he was 15 was pin him down and force feed wine into him. And I was like,
But that's just,
well, hang on a minute.
Yeah, that's what you
Let's go back to the rugby days.
Yeah.
You know, me and him got forcefully stripped naked and thrown in the Irish Sea to swim on a rugby tour once as an initiation. And we're
I
not
can't say.
blessed dick-wise.
What's the
either.
thing? I can't say his nickname.
Definitely not after you got out of the Irish Sea.
Oh yeah, well come on
He
to
used
that in
to
a minute.
crush all the slugs up and pour different things in it,
Yeah,
drink it.
and like,
Not sure.
I remember once on a coach, I had to fucking crawl on my hands and knees naked and get everyone at the back drinks, like all the senior players, you know what I mean? I was like fucking 16, 17. And I'm like, how much of this is going to come out? Because Haskell was on the radio this week and they went, do you think there's going to be some sort of like bits coming out about rugby? He's like, well, and I was like, fucking obviously is. You can't have 16.
If you don't like that, you just don't
Yeah,
go
but
back.
I mean, I'm paying for it. I'm never going to complain
But you don't
about
go
it.
back.
The thing is, like, don't take it out of rugby and then just take it like round to just normal society. Apprentices, like 10 years ago,
Well, hazing is
apprentices.
the thing,
You bring an
isn't it?
apprentice in and you do fucking horrendous things to him. Then they go home and you go, "Don't tell your mum,"
My
and even
dad-
the boss would know,
My
and
dad
that'll be the
went
end of
there-
it.
Where did he work? Harold. He worked in the printing room when he was like 17, 18. He was tired and feathered and hung up.
Yeah.
That's what they did. That's what they did.
In the dockyard, they used to strip them off and chuck them in the basin.
Those
Like,
privilege,
and
yeah.
it was. And all right, I'm not saying we should be doing that to 16-year-olds now. We shouldn't be doing it, but we don't
Why not?
anymore.
I think it's
But we don't
counterproductive.
anymore.
I think
So
it's
if you're going to go
counterproductive.
back and go to these people that did it previously when it was socially acceptable and have a go at them,
I just want to go back
It's
a couple
changed.
of bit. Salim Malek, what happened to him was bad because he is Muslim and they don't drink.
Ah.
That was the
Yeah,
problem.
that's reasonable.
So I'm not saying that was right. I'm saying that was wrong and it was
No,
racist.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
But what my point being is the fact that what we've been subjected to, and probably what we've subjected people to, and what we've called people in the past, it like.
but that's the thing. It's
Like
it is-
Steve's going to come out. Is it going to be like the Sun newspaper in 10 years? My time on the Mamil Squatch podcast.
Yeah.
They might exclusive come out. You know what I mean? They said,
What are they, sad black and white photos?
No, we didn't. We just said if you wouldn't have made it as a
Be on
smile.
James Corden
Yeah.
slagging us off.
Steve,
Oh,
tell
yeah.
us your story.
Yeah.
Were they nasty?
Oh, it
No,
was
we're not
horrendous.
nasty to him. Fucking hell, we went
It's
to
a
his
sign of endearment.
went to his
Anyway.
wedding.
That's what people
Play
get.
Freelance's iPhone 2.
Went to his wedding again. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why it keeps coming up. Is your dad going to refund us for the wedding, do you think?
I think it's in the post at the moment.
I don't
Checked.
want the full refund because
Just
you've
a little
lasted
bit, yeah,
2
no.
years.
You can't
but
admit
maybe
it,
if
it's
we
in-
pro rata-
That's good going. That's
Yeah.
good going. My wedding lasted 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
7 weeks.
Is
Yeah.
that to Casey's mum?
Yeah, that was
Ah.
$3,000 a week. That wedding cost me.
So
That marriage cost me. Sorry, not the wedding. The actual.
lasted
length of the
7
relationship.
weeks.
7 weeks. Yeah, it's good.
Did you want to go into it, or was it?
No, probably.
Well,
I don't mind, mate.
it started off poor and then declined, and then finished.
Oh, right.
And then when this isn't
Did you
fucking
get
working,
married-
is it?
Did you get married in this country? Or?
Yes, we got married. You know, like when you see these two people, they're in a relationship, and you go, "Hey, fucking shouldn't be together." And that's what I was doing. And then
Why would you not meant to be together?
didn't like each other.
Oh, right, okay.
But then you go, "Oh, I've got kids, so probably need to get married, do
You
we?"
have one or two kids?
No, just like her, but she already had two, so we were like a little family.
Ah, right, okay.
And then yeah, after 7 weeks, she sort of went, "Nothing's changed, is it? Still don't like you, and she don't like me." So we were like, "Well, that call that
Tricky,
day.
it is.
Call that day and see you later."
We should set up a dating site. I mean, fucking hell. We're a minority, yeah? Married, aren't we?
Yeah.
Fucking,
We are.
you single? Single? All single?
Should we?
Anyway, girls, if you just send us pictures on our Instagram.
Don't have to send pictures. I'm not fussy. It's fine. It's fine.
Just
It's fine as long as you've got a pulse.
Steve manages the Instagram page,
Do,
yeah?
yeah.
Send pictures to Steve and he'll decide whether they're best for that person.
He'll
or
take them.
that.
You need someone who's not involved, who's in a relationship to manage that, because he's going to be
Well,
like,
if you want to send the pictures,
"Oh,
on
we
there-
haven't had any. We haven't had any." And he'll have all this like pile for himself.
No,
Oh,
you'll be
sorry,
fine.
mate. Nobody messaged. Selfish.
But yeah, I think there is going to be a stage where there's loads of shit's going to come out of like rugby and cricket and football.
But it is all that. Remember the thing with the Marines a couple of years ago
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Marines
yeah.
hazing? It's something that they're
Do you
trying.
think
They've sort of.
hazing
Faced,
is good though.
I think that a level of hazing's all right. And there's always going to be
It's
it.
hazing, like belittling.
You know, like when someone new comes in and you
Spanking
give them a
them
hard
around.
time just to see what they're made of. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's character building.
Yes, I agree.
But did the Marines take it like it was almost like
A little bit too far. A bit of bumming in that
I've
went
heard,
on.
I've heard
Is that
heard
too far?
some absolutely shocking stories.
Bumming if they don't want
If
you
you
to
finger
do.
someone, is that too much?
If they don't want you to.
Depends if you.
I mean, Amy fingered me once. She gave me piles. Fucking drove me nuts.
I would say it goes up to the
Do
knuckle.
you
That's the
remember?
story.
She kept saying, "Oh, we stick my finger in his ass when we're having sex." I said, "You never do it. You ain't got the bottle for it." And then one night we were out. I said, "Right." She was talking about it. I said, "Right, we're going to go home. She's going to stick her finger in my ass." So she was like, "Yeah." So she got home and
Apparently, jumped on the sofa.
hang on, Steve, you tell the story, am I? Fucking hell, you can't just jump in, you can't.
Listen,
Did your mum watch this, Bobby?
Yeah, it's why we don't talk about cocaine. Nah, she
Take
doesn't
her in
watch
the
it.
ass,
She
she's
doesn't
fine.
watch it. So Amy, we came home from town. She's in the kitchen, and then she comes in the living room, and I'm on all fours, naked. I'm like, go on then, see what you fucking made of. So she put Johnny on her finger.
That's a lot of steps involved here.
She stuck her finger in my ass. I was like, get out, get out! She had fucking
How
pop.
far did you go?
Like foot in, and then I was like, get out, get
She
out.
reckons
I
she only
think
got the tip in.
Johnny got stuck. I fucking put Johnny out, and then I had to go to a neighbour the next week and get an anisole and put it up my ass.
Sorry,
Fuck.
why'd you have to go to your neighbour for that?
She had some.
Your neighbour, right? They
Yes.
didn't do the.
No. Right, George. Got to keep it. Make my
Come
life.
here, son. We got a story for you.
Oh, that's matey that he reckons you look like. by the way.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Take that. Yeah, that's
It's a
fine.
good looking chap.
He is a good looking bugger. Yeah. Good
What,
hairline.
in your room?
Much better than mine.
Just leave it.
My bedroom.
Just leave it. Just get Alex to put it up against the window.
You're
Mate, we are
really
live on
good on the
YouTube
podcast.
now, guys. Right?
We're live. Cheers, mate. That's good, wasn't it? It's good timing, that was.
Downstairs. But yeah, I think there's going to be some. I think there's going to be some fallouts in years to come of hazing.
Well, yeah, of course there will, but that's because-
we used to play rugby with a guy that his nickname was the N word,
Right.
but
Yeah.
he was not black.
Right. I know another guy like that. And if you ever mention him, he lives in Devonport, and if you ever say, does anybody know Mark Neal? They'll go, yeah, I know N-word.
Yeah.
And you can't call
And
him
I
anything
remember
but.
being at services
Mike Ryland,
once, yeah, and one of the guys went, "Go on, N-word," and my mate's mum, who is Jamaican, was stood behind him.
Oh.
That was a fucking.
Did that Jamaica go a little bit
I'm just
mad?
joking. In the background,
I don't think she. Well, no.
she did go mad.
But she probably didn't appreciate
She understood what was happening, but I was like,
She was cool as fuck, anyway.
There's going to be so much more of this to
But
come out.
the
isn't there?
reason, like, society moves in blocks, and like culture moves in blocks. So that little block here, where that was normal, and that's what happened. And then like you move on, now you got soft kids. Soft kids you can't do it to. So we're not doing it anymore. We're not doing it anymore. Like I get apprentices coming now and work, and you don't
But
do
you
the
should
same
be able to
thing.
do something. You should be able to.
Yeah, you
haze
do,
them.
but it's different. It's not the same thing. You don't stick a broom handle for him and pick him up on a crane like you used to. None of that happens anymore. You don't like just stick him down the dock on the back of a submarine on
Has
the
anyone
and
asked
leave
you
them
to
there
get
for.
some tartan paint yet?
No. I had that all.
Skirting board ladder is my favourite.
The best one we had a dead when I was in hairdressing, and we had the dead chicken shop just up
gonna shut that
3
door
doors
now.
up from us, and they got one of the girls to go up and ask for lipstick for his chicken lips, and she generally went in there and asked for it. And the matey felt so sorry for her, he just turned around and went, "Yeah, we haven't got those shades in at the moment, just come back later." And come back, didn't know any other wiser as well, but I had one was still laughing at her.
Shame.
Archie's just gone with Alex downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
There was Archie was there by himself. What was I saying?
Where's
Yeah,
Alexander by himself?
it was with George and Acacia, I think.
Alright.
This was. I want to bring this up quickly because I heard this on the news today, and I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to have some Rennie. Before I start drinking wine.
Terrible heartburn.
It's because me wait, I'll be alright.
So it is the 20th anniversary of the Harry Potter books.
Yes.
Or films, one of the two. I don't know. And HBO, is it the film, is it?
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, it's the films. It's the
So,
films.
HBO are doing a 20th anniversary special. Guess who's not invited?
What's she called? The author? What's her name?
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, 'cause
is
she's upset some
Not
music.
invited.
Isn't she a racist or something? What's her
hang on,
deal?
because she allegedly made transgender comments.
Oh right, yeah.
So,
Right.
you know, if you look at her tweets,
Right.
she made biological comments. I'm guessing no one here is woke, so we're okay to
No.
talk about this. So,
I
one
thought
thing-
woke is what we are.
we're not woke, we're the least woke.
I thought
people.
woke is where you're
No.
woke. You're not in that.
No.
Well, no, it's got this horrible like connotation about it because the general meaning woke is means you're a little bit awake. You understand?
Oh,
things.
well, we are
But they,
awake.
yeah, so you are, but that's
Yeah.
not what they cunts have taken it
Oh,
as.
they've changed
and they
it.
turned it so now we're woke because we won't say something that offends so and so. and We're not gonna like everything's alright. And yeah, transgender women should be able
She's
to
never-
be powerlifters
Allegedly.
against other women.
Well, don't
I
get
got
us
a lot of
started.
people last week with that.
I actually had someone inbox me and they said I skipped the transgender bit
Yeah.
because I'm pro-trans, and I was like, well, we're not.
I'm not.
Well, no, you can
I'm
be.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
not against
trans.
Yeah, no,
We're
you
just
can be
saying
fine with it.
Yeah.
We just think
And
they should compete at the same level, and you have
Yeah.
to support women in their sport. I mean, we support them in our. I don't know if I mentioned me and Dan do jiu-jitsu.
Have you talked about that? Should we talk about
We
that?
talk about that, and we have women come to our
Yeah.
gym and roll with us. That's what sparring school is called.
We call it rolling.
And
On a blanket or
Mats we call it, and we rarely speak called geese. Have you talked about geese, Matt?
Well, did no gi as well.
Yeah, sometimes no gi.
Don't we?
So
you roll, but just in a different
But
way.
I find
me
it.
and Steve
I
roll
find
every
it.
Thursday.
I find it bizarre that the woman. So all the actors and actresses who have condemned J.K. Rowling going she's transphobic. She's never actually said anything transphobic. She's just said biological facts that you are born with XY chromosome or XX or whatever it is. All those people, they're not good actors or actresses, are they?
I don't know who said it.
Daniel Radcliffe and that?
What,
He's had a good at.
No, they all hung around. Do you not know?
No.
They all hung around
That's 'cause
to
they're all
dry.
lovely.
He owes her his life.
They all do. What is that? Is it Emma Watson?
Yeah.
The best.
Which one is she?
The
Is
birds, Hermione.
Yeah.
Right.
The best she's done is leak
Yeah, I've
some
watched Harry
news.
Potter films, didn't you?
And
No.
then
Have you really never watched Harry Potter?
No, mate, name it. I ain't watched it.
How can you not watch Harry Potter? I mean, this
I
will go
haven't
back.
watched it.
All she's ever done
No,
since
it's
that
not
film
what this
is
podcast is
leak.
about.
She's
I'm
leaked some
surprised you watched
news
it with your daughter.
and this shit. I mean, it's just like
Unless
her
she's
in a
not
bath with like some nips. She's not even got a dildo.
What are you
It's
doing on
pathetic.
that?
Hermione's fucking fleet
What's nothing to do with Harry
No,
Potter?
I'm saying she's done nothing since.
Oh, I thought that was Harry Potter. I was going to watch it then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go.
Harry
Case,
Potter.
come on, we're watching a film, love.
She's done nothing but that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they all owe their careers to J.K. Rowling. The fact that they
Yeah.
look like the character she
So
was.
to be honest, she should be able to like stab puppies and that, and they'd still say she's alright.
Should be. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. It's
You might
J.K.
be right.
Rowling.
Is it J.K. Rowling or Rowling? Rowling, isn't it?
Rolling.
Rolling. Like jiu-jitsu. Did you mention jiu-jitsu, Matt?
I mentioned you.
JK's rolling.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
Rowling.
so she's not allowed. So J.K. Rowling, whatever you want to
What is
say.
her actual name?
J.K.
She's not called JK, she ain't off Jamiroquai. What's her real name?
Steve.
That's
That's
a pseudo
J.K.
name,
So
isn't it?
J, space,
I've already got it.
K,
Jane Karen,
I think
I'm
it's
going
Bob.
with.
J dot K
No,
dot
it's not
R O.
dot Rowling. It's J.K. Rowling.
Is this like Alan Wynne Jones, where he's not called Alan Wynne?
So what you hold on? What
It's
you
called Alan Wynne Jones.
Yeah, it's a
You know, 'cause I got
narrow name, is it?
Yeah, so it's called Wynne Jones. Because you know, like they call him Alan Wynne. He's like, I'm not called Alan Wynne.
No.
I'd be like calling you
There's
Lee
another
Chap.
guy called Alan
They call
Wynne.
you Lee Chap.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Joan Kathleen
That was
Rowling.
over close.
Ah.
That's not a bad effort. So she's not allowed to go to the HBO 20 anniversary. 20
Wait, she's not allowed to go.
They've banned her from going because of her transphobic
Oh.
views. But she fucking created it. What's she worth, Steve?
J.K. Rowling.
So WORTH.
She could probably buy the building and then tell
Do her own one
Yeah.
without any of them.
Do you know
That's
what I
what
mean?
she should do.
Rowling's fortune at 820 million.
Jesus. That's an unfathomable figure, isn't it?
That
If you
is
think
fucking
about it.
ridiculous. I do like.
that?
What's his name?
Just his name, Ross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's Williams? He's in
It's too
also.
good looking to be over there.
Yeah, but just.
He's in the background all the time. You can see him pop his head up every now and
Okay.
then.
That's good. Like, he's got
Give
like a
it
little
a month, he'll be part of this.
external
He'll be doing
character.
it, he'll be doing it 40,000 leagues under the sea. Have we got you, Ross? Yeah. Live feed. Just deadlifting in between the fucking bulkheads.
I think that's fucking disgusting. She created it. You'd be nothing without her. I'm talking to all of you. You fucking cum guzzling cunts.
I bet Rupert Grint, whatever he's called. Yeah, Rupert Grint, the one that played Ron Weasley.
He's doing
He's
alright.
a bit of a lad, isn't he?
He should have had that name, that's better. That's a more Harry Potter name.
What,
Rupert
Rupert
Grint than
Yeah, it is.
Wizard or
He's
whatever.
more
He's
wizardly,
got a load of
isn't
food
it?
trucks, isn't he? Quite trendy.
Load of what?
Just food trucks. He sort of took his
Burger
money.
vans.
No, mate, it's food trucks.
He was in an Ed Sheeran video as well.
No,
That was
they're
Ed Sheeran.
Different people. That's Ed Sheeran.
No,
he was in it.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he was, yeah.
So woke. So woke.
Denying it all there.
Next on my list is the lockdown fiasco in Austria. Have you heard about that?
No.
They're
So,
forcing
if-
everyone now, aren't they?
So I'm talking to my guest, not you.
You just asked the general question.
No, I was looking at you.
I'm
You
into
know, I was
this though.
asking you.
Let's go.
Do you need a wine, Dan?
Yes, please.
Do you mind passing that?
Yeah, nice one.
Merci.
Much
I'll even pour.
What's this like?
Cheers,
This is-
buddy.
this- oh yeah. So every podcast we used to do, we try a new wine and we.
Me? Where the fuck did you guy in?
This a trial?
Fucking hell! So this is
You've lost that job.
So
Alex and I come in with the tar and feathers today,
it's
yeah.
for all of us to show.
Oh,
man.
sorry, mate.
So
like
when
a
we used
I'll
to,
spit some back into your mouth.
No.
when we used to do the podcast,
Fucking horrible.
we would do a different wine every week,
Right?
and we'd sort of like. So this is we used to like a
Red
Deo,
Deo,
didn't we? A
it's
red
red
Deo. This is a white Deo from Aldi.
Dale!
Yeah.
£5.69 a bottle.
It's a nice
something
bottle.
like that.
It's a nice
Lovely
looking
looking bottle. deep. It's white.
It's deep, is it? Mine's
Can you
deeper
just
than
grab
yours.
that? Ross, can you grab the Barlow that we're
And
going
then
to...
we're also going to be sampling Gary
Yeah, I
Barlow.
won't be drinking a lot of this, I don't think, by the looks of it. So it's a Gary Barlow. Actually, it's Gary Barlow.
Oh, it is
wine.
Gary Barlow.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I hate it.
Organic. Hey,
It's a big take that.
I know you're
Well,
right.
you can be a
just
drink
be careful
man.
what you fucking...
Yeah, mate, I've got it.
Sorry.
Sorry
She's
about my
coming in.
daughter. I ain't got it, mate.
I gave it to you.
Well, I
It's
lost it.
random.
It's over there on the side.
This is what I love about our podcast. Though.
Yeah, we are
Just
random.
random things going on all the time.
I'm not sure about this.
I like it. It tastes, do you know what it tastes like? It tastes like Gabby.
Cheers, Dale.
It's very similar to Gabby. I think you can tell the difference between red wines more than you can white wines, personally.
I can't tell. Look, white wine just tastes like vinegar, all of it.
No, do you know, it's
Yeah,
not bad. Drop that.
I used to think that. But
This isn't an endorsement because
It's a chore.
we don't have any
any
sponsorship.
sponsors.
Do
But
you
if,
want
again, if Lidl's or Aldi would like to,
yeah, if you want to sponsor us, guys,
Sponsor us,
sponsor us,
yeah.
we're open to it.
I'll wear a uniform as well.
Oh, what, to the podcast?
Yeah, if we're sponsored.
Did you
Speaking of
see,
Stacey, she's got Sainsbury's uniforms. We can all have one of them.
did you see someone was selling a Sainsbury uniform in like Nigeria or something as like a vintage bit of clothing?
Yeah.
It was like $60 for a Sainsbury's, and it was like, look at this retro.
It's got a funny aftertaste, doesn't it?
It's not bad. I got another bottle in there.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I drink more than
Austria have mandated a lockdown if you're not double vaccinated. So
Oh, yes, no, I did hear
if
something
you
about
are
this today.
double vaccinated,
I thought it was Australia, but
no, Australia's different. And I was
it's got
hoping
an A in the
to.
middle.
We're going to try and get some guys from Australia on the podcast. I've got some friends over there that I met through Chris Monday. They're actually nicer than Chris, to be fair.
It's different in different parts of Australia, isn't it? Because I know they're very segregated.
Yeah, and
North
this is
South-
what I'm
New
trying to
South
get.
Wales,
Yeah, but
whatnot.
Austria. So, if you are not double vaccinated, which is wrong that they've done this, by the way, in my opinion, you go into an immediate lockdown and you are not allowed to do anything other than essential shopping.
Until you get it.
I don't know. But the one thing I did pick up on, which I've made a note of in me program notes here, is a brothel in Vienna is offering COVID-19 vaccinations to anyone that's unvaccinated, and if you take them up on it, you can have a whore at the end of it.
Well, that's a good deal.
So,
That is a good deal.
and there is a picture, and she looks fucking banging, to be fair.
Yeah, but that's the one they put for the promotions.
Yeah.
So don't think they're all that way. The Big Mac that you buy don't look fuck all like the one on the
I think it's
picture.
probably like the film The Hostel.
Yeah.
Where you get dragged down to a
No,
dungeon.
but it is. She was
Body
like,
cut
do you remember the Blink 182
Yes.
fit? She looked like her, and I was like, fucking hell. Oh, I've already
chooses.
Have another two.
yeah, I'm sadly double jabbed, but
Well, you're going to need your 15 boosters.
Yeah, no, you
Don't worry
can't.
about
I
that.
mean, you've got to boost it. Obviously, you've got to boost
you've
it.
got
Obviously,
to
you've got to boost it.
until they say.
Why would you not?
Boost
Why would you not, man? It's fucking brilliant. It's unusual because Austria hasn't really got a history of anyone from there being oppressive to other people, is it? It's not. Doesn't usually happen. Austrian people. They're usually quite.
Hitler was Austrian, by the way.
That was good. Cross reference. That was what I was doing.
yeah.
That was the implication of my statement.
You were hazing him then, I think. Belittling him a little bit.
Did
weren't you?
we?
We're going to end up in
Making
court,
out
Steve,
his,
didn't we?
I felt quite uncomfortable there.
Yeah, I don't. Got it on video. Do you know what was? Do you know what was interesting though? This is a fact. Like for the last 3 months compared to last year, we're at twice the hospital admissions for COVID. in
Right,
the
and
UK.
what is the status with vaccinated people versus unvaccinated people?
So this is like because they had started the vaccination program this time last year, didn't they?
Yeah, but
So-
I'm being. Oh, of course. Yeah, but I'm being told.
So just as
that
a
it's
like
still
for like,
I'm being told
we
that the
are-
majority of people going in are unvaccinated. Is that true or not true?
70% are supposed to be.
Well, I don't know, but
vaccinated.
if you've got 70% of the population vaccinated, why are we at twice the population, at twice the number of people in hospital?
Because
There we go.
this vaccination doesn't do fuck all,
No.
and it's a marketing campaign by the most powerful marketing companies in the world, Pfizer, Moderna. Big up, which one sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, you
And,
could do actually. Do you want to do it?
And all they've actually done is taken control of some lobbying, the people that they lobby with, the people that they give money to, and they've gone to do a fucking great marketing campaign where what you do is you take away people's rights and then they will literally pay to get them back. And the way they get them back is by giving you money for this injection that you're going to give them that does fuck all. That's why it's all there.
Smooth.
So you don't think it's got a microchip in it then?
No.
It's definitely got a microchip in
You
it.
don't need a
of course.
microchip.
No,
You've got a
see,
phone.
this is the thing.
So
This
I
is the
don't
thing.
worry about having the injection. I'm worried about all these things where it's supposed to kill you in a year or two.
Right, this is. I mean, from a I've
Are
done
you vaccinated?
Not at all. No,
No, right.
I haven't had any.
I didn't think you were, and I don't judge you by that, by the way.
No.
I only got vaccinated because it meant I could go to Ibiza.
Yeah, which is which is why the majority of people have done things because it's like there's old like Marxist sort of like statements now that people used to make where like take away people's rights and do X, create an amount of fear in a community they'll be begging you to do X.
Yeah.
Right, which is what I think's happened. I'm not saying I'm right, but
it's in the fridge, mate. Cheers.
if you look at sort of like the backlog story, it's a bit weird, but coincidental. All of it's a bit coincidental. You've got these companies that lobbied so much money into, mostly in the US is where you see it, the US government. So Pfizer specifically, Johnson & Johnson, they put billions into these political parties. So essentially they own them. Let's just say I give you, I've got a company that makes green bins and I give you 25 grand, Fozzie, there's 25 grand, and then you go to a meeting because you're in charge of whether the bins are green or brown. What are you going to say that you want?
I'd probably go, do you know what, I'm favouring green ones.
Yeah, probably go for the green.
And I'll be like, no, I need
I've done the same with Lee, I've done the same with everyone here. Everyone's got a bit of money, because that's what you do, everyone. All the parties, they've all got a bit of money. Who are we voting for? Green bin man. Green bin man, of course.
And you're a nice guy as well.
So yeah, that's part of it.
And that's part of it.
So that's happened, and we know that happened, like that's quite publicly open.
Fucking someone's never opened a bottle of wine, is it?
Not a big wine.
He's fucking certainly hasn't ever poured it before. Fuck me, man.
Do you want to open that? Fucking hell, man.
Bring over one of those boots in a minute.
So what do you do, mate? You've got to get it.
Fucking, that's deep, that is. That's deep,
it's
and then that's how we
powerful,
was in
mate.
his missus.
It's a single bit too long now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Hey, that's the same noise as was it?
I wish, mate. It just echoes. Anyway.
That reminded Amy with the Johnny on the fingers, weren't it?
Anyway, as I was saying,
being
you've got these very powerful people.
Yeah.
Now they're undeniably powerful companies now, aren't they? Because they've got these people in their pocket. Undeniably, like factually.
You
can't say that didn't happen. Then you got like these other people. So you got like this one bloke who went on telly who he makes computers. He does. That's what he does for a job.
Bill Gates.
Just makes computers. I'm just a bloke. I don't know.
He also poisons people.
Makes computers. That's his job.
Little African children.
He's in charge of computers. He's the computer man. But then one day he comes on telly and goes, "Yeah, all right. You know my computers. Also get these injections, please, that I've got." And everyone goes, "Hang on a minute. You're not a doctor. Why are you telling me to get these injections?" He goes, "Well, because in a couple of years' time there'll be this thing."
We called it.
He called it an epidemic at the time.
Yeah.
Epidemic because it was epileptic. People complained, said we don't like that. They'd have a pandemic instead because they didn't like it. It was scarring for them. So then they brought out this pandemic thing, which Bill Gates said, "Oh, I fucking said this was going to happen. Said this was going to happen." But what I've done, Bill Gates, ideal for him, it's good. He's put a bit of money in behind the scenes before anyone was looking. He put some money in these vaccines. These fucking brilliant. They are fucking brilliant. They stopped this.
Well, he's killed quite a lot of people with polio, though.
Yeah, he killed a lot of people in India. The Indian government told him to leave because he was injecting people.
Yeah, but then didn't he give him some money and they were like,
they let him back in. Yeah.
Is that sleep high enough? Right, sorry.
Sorry.
Put it down. No, it's just, I think it's because you're
fat.
No, you're
it's
you're not
reflecting
fat.
the sun.
You're quite white and it's like snow blindness.
He's having a
I should have-
nightmare,
It's
Dan.
good because it's
I'm just doing going on.
We're just going to move you out of frame now, just because that's a shame.
It would have been better if you had a black t-shirt on, because it'd be like a photo negative.
You need to get back on the peptide.
Show that picture.
I'll show you the peptide picture later. See, he had Arabic people at his wedding, and he was darker than them.
Amazing. Oh, that's from the melanotan.
Melatonin.
No.
Yeah, no,
Melatonin.
I went very Turkish with that.
Makes you
Proper.
sick, though.
I used to go into the barbers and monthly playing. They used to start talking to me in their language. Give me falafels
Did it
and
for
that.
Steve's wedding in Turkey, didn't you?
James nice iPhone 2.
That's annoying.
Yeah, even
Ruining it.
Yeah, it is a bit, it's funny.
It was funny, but I remember that. It was good.
Maybe just do it on the phone next time.
Yeah, mate, I don't know how to disconnect from Alexa.
We'll probably keep it going throughout the whole, for the rest of
Years
the
You should, it'll
turn 55, Steve's on his third marriage. Keith, can I have that refund? Anyway, sorry Dan, I keep interrupting you.
Well, I can't remember where my train of thought was. Anyway.
So Pfizer have bought the government.
So they bought the government, then what they did was they convinced the government to take away everybody's civil rights and freedoms, and then and then they convinced the government to give them $100 billion, all on record, $100 billion, that's factually, not just Pfizer, like a collective of people, because they were doing the research for these vaccines that we need. We need the vaccines, go have them, it's the only way out, vaccines. Can't have that other medicine that works.
How
Joe Rogan's joke works.
many times have you caught COVID?
0.
But
That's
you've
fine.
not had the vaccine.
I know it's weird, isn't
It
it?
might be a
It is weird. It is weird.
It could be.
It's spooky. It's spooky.
You had the vaccine because you're in the rap.
Yeah.
In the native.
It's weird because it's
Sorry,
not.
mate.
But
Sorry.
I imagine you take precautionary measures. You're not like doing jiu-jitsu.
I wouldn't go like rolling around on the floor, sweating profusely with
Fucking
strangers
spitting
all
in
around
the
the country regularly. I wouldn't do anything like that during a pandemic.
No,
Which
you
is a
wouldn't.
new word, by the way. It was epidemic. Then they changed it to pandemic because epileptics can
In
be.
pan. Isn't that something to do
That's
with-
what you cook with.
No. Isn't it something to do with? I don't want to get into the transgender thing, but in pansexuality.
No, that's slags. Pansexual means I'm not committing to nothing.
No, I thought pansexual means you don't.
That's asexual. Asexual is when you don't.
Asexual means I'm not-
No, he's right. Pansexual
Yeah, that
is the
Miley,
new thing
not
now.
Miley Cyrus, what's she
It's
called?
They like you for
the one
your
with the.
personality, don't matter if you're male or female.
yeah, you-
And they
Asexual
won't
is
commit to a
bisexual.
relationship. Pansexual means
What's
I'm
that
like
singer called with the black hair?
Demi
Elvis
Lovato.
Presley.
Demi Lovato,
Did
innit?
you need to
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah,
destroy
that
my
That is a
fucking?
fact.
It's anyone.
Elvis Presley.
They'll do
Yeah,
anyone.
that's it. Yeah.
They'll do anyone.
That's a fact checker.
Oh, they, right. Yeah.
He can spell.
I know we haven't really
There's a
got.
flag as well. There's a flag there.
So
I know we haven't really got into
Is that
anything.
pansexual?
Can I
Yeah.
throw a little line and go for a piss? All right.
Yeah, go for a piss. So, let's go talking.
Thank
Do you want to check on your daughter? Because
No, she's fine.
it's just 3 lads downstairs.
She's in her own.
You're gonna have to
Just
see We can't pause
just like her
it.
mum.
We can't pause it.
Are
No.
we live on YouTube?
No, we're not. He doesn't know how to pause it.
We can't.
We used to manage to do it.
Yeah, but this is a different software.
When
When Dan comes back, you
That's
can
his
go.
job.
Multiple
That's what they said. I've been out of
time,
wire
you can put it
software.
up, can't you? Multiple time now.
No,
Not
you
really.
can't. Something's broken on Sky Sports.
Hang on.
That's for
This
sure.
could be. Oh, they're not going to tell you.
No. It's just a headline.
No, we're just recording, so there's no way of pausing this.
Was that your phone? Was that?
It's not the most professional one. This week.
Did you think it would be professional?
I thought last week it was probably. I think it.
Why are you saying it's not professional?
I think it's pretty good so far. I think Dan's done
I,
very
no,
well.
I think the podcast is good. I think it's probably better than last week because I'm
Already.
not shouting at this camera, offending people.
Yeah,
Have you noticed I'm being very reserved this week?
I want to start to get on.
Yeah, you need to
How
relax.
far into it
Go
are we? We're
into
about
it.
what,
No.
45 minutes into it?
That's what Dan's here for. So I can have a week off offending people, and then next
Yeah.
week I can go full hammer.
Well, I want to talk. Have you seen about the Kyle?
God,
Oh,
smell that. Smell that. Smells.
Oh, sorry.
Did you hear about
Yeah, that's what I
the
got something in here.
there's
Moderna.
4,000
Moderna.
carers lost a job
Just
this
gonna
week?
drop
Well,
this.
that's actually on the list. Isn't
It
it?
is,
Don't
yeah.
mind,
Spoiler
yeah.
Just gonna get this
That's
rubbish
fine.
gone.
Spoilers, people, spoilers.
Yeah, actually, I was. Well done for bringing that up because I
Yeah.
missed that. I wanted to get Dan's opinion on that because I think he'd be.
Because they forecast 32,000 in there.
Have they
Well,
actually-
government,
32,000
yeah,
they're gonna
32.
lose.
But they've only lost 4,000.
Lovely, that is.
Yeah,
Steve, try that.
Not a drop, is
They've
it?
got.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's the thing anyway. They've got
quite sweet.
till.
Let me
April
finish the
next
sale,
year.
mate.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
That's all right.
they're definitely going to have it up to April because not everyone's going to do it.
I'll probably pull down a pint of it in a minute. That's
honestly thought
that's
that was
actually quite nice. That.
That was
Right.
Describe it. It's sweet.
Actually,
Finish your
I would say
half
that's
pint.
a
It'd take
normal
the
glass.
enamel off
Mate, it's
the
going to take me
teeth.
a while to get. This was quite.
So-
It's
doing
doing
alright,
alright.
to be
Teeth
fair.
really.
Just going back a couple of steps then, Lee needs to go for a fag. If you want to go for a fag, go.
Well, yeah, because
But
Dan can
You're
carry
not
on.
generally bringing anything to this podcast.
Do you want to just, I'll let you this once, just do it out
Well,
of the bifold.
Oh.
Just this once, do it out of the bifold, so when you're around. So, do you want to just go and deal with that one? So, obviously in the last 2 weeks since we did our last
We've never done it
podcast.
without kids or
No,
dogs.
I know, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So the
It adds
NHS,
to it.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
add
does.
to the flavour,
Adds to
doesn't it? It
something.
was real dance.
Yeah.
It was not fucking Joe
Right,
Rogan
yeah.
where he just goes, oh, you stay up there.
Yeah, but
Like,
this fucking place is lush.
Is
That
it?
thing he's done.
Oh, is it? All these kids got some wood in the background.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
it's
Showing
got
off. Got a
fucking
red
barrel.
light. Ooh, I like DMT. Fucking hell. Grow up, Joe Rogan.
Fucking shit at me.
NHS workers now have to, there's a mandate, isn't there?
Yeah,
They have
and
to have
care
the vaccine,
workers.
and care workers. Now,
And it's going to filter down.
it's going to fit. I personally do not agree with that. I am against that ruling. I think that if you don't want to, you don't have to. You should be judged. I don't judge anyone if they don't want to get the vaccine. If you don't want to get the vaccine, I'm fucking cool with that. If you want to get the vaccine like I did, I mean, I faked being my fucking nan's carer just to get the vaccine. Do you know what I mean? Like,
But that was a
so I
means
could
to
go
an
on
end for
holiday.
you, wasn't it?
It's
Yeah.
only so I could go
It
on
wasn't
holiday.
because you were desperate to get this fucking
I
thing.
don't,
sorted,
I don't think it's right to get the vaccine. I don't think it's, but to have NHS workers and I don't know if it's clinical or office as well, but you live in a democratic society. You should be able to democratically.
Your body does.
Decide. Now, I'm not saying I'm the fittest guy in the world, but I'm fairly fit. I cycle, I lift
Quite, yeah,
weights,
I'll say
I go
you're fit.
jiu-jitsu. I'm a little bit podgy, but I'm generally quite fit. I've got a resting heart rate of 42. Shut up, going.
Oh, you're right. You're less weightless. You've lost loads of weight. I just don't like admitting it, but you haven't lost weight.
No, I mean Lee probably, could do it.
That's out of
That's out of a comment. You don't get that from Gary. I'm actually taking that one out. I'm just like, fuck
If you're gonna cry, do it after this.
weight is part of the reason I've got my ass in it.
Let's get down, Lee, from the side. He's gonna do it.
Don't jump. I don't think you should have to be for it, and I'm guessing, Dan, you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you should
Right,
have to.
I think all of it from the very fucking beginning should have been choice. I think there should have been we all know that the categorised risk of abortion should be choice. That you should have to have that.
Fuck it.
It should be the man's decision. I don't mean what I just said.
That was a joke. That was banter. That was like us saying we can't do
Hating
bad.
women
It's a
that are
joke.
pregnant by people that don't like them.
Yeah, hello YouTube.
Yeah. So this thing happened, and then there was this. First of all, it was like, oh, everyone's going to die, and then he went, well, not everyone's going to die, but this small
Well,
section of
let's
society
go
might
back
die.
because on the media there were people being shoveled off the streets in China.
Yes, which was and then we all saw that. It's in the beginning, in the very beginning. So
Everyone
like
panicked.
March was it 2019
Well,
or
it's probably
20?
started-
2020, wasn't it?
No, it was about November, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I remember in
That
March.
shit, yeah.
I remember in March that I was brought
When's
in.
Chinese
In the
New Year?
beginning, I was
Yeah.
like, fucking hell. I was watching these tanks go up and down spraying shit around Wuhan. I was watching people who've been locked into their flats and they'd welded the doors shut. And I was like, shit, never seen anything like this before. Fuck me. And then
It was a bit panicky, wasn't
yeah,
it?
no,
It
no,
was
and I
panicky.
was well brought in. I stayed in the house. I didn't go and see people. If I saw someone walking down the road, I swapped across. If I just had to go to the shop, I tried not to. I was doing everything as I was told. I was like, oh, fuck me.
So
Washing
1st
my
of
hands, all
February
that.
was
singing
Chinese
happy
New
birthday.
Year.
I was doing all that, and then a month went by. and I'm still singing happy birthday. And
How weird
it
is
still
it
wasn't
that
my
people
birthday.
will still avoid you on the curb?
It's the cunts in masks that bothers me. Why are you still wearing fucking masks? What are you doing it for?
Hang on a minute. Why are you wearing a mask walking down a pavement?
Yes,
What's the matter with you?
you're outdoors.
What are you going to
You're
like?
up-
If you're that autoimmune, you should not be outside.
Yeah, if it's that much of an issue, and they give you a dirty look. Mate, if you're that bad, fuck off.
I had the same
and
mask.
that's the point.
I
That's
had
my
the same
point.
mask on my rearview mirror for a year. I could smell my
If-
own
if
breath.
we're- if we're
Oh, it
concerned-
was awful. I get in the car in the morning. I was like, fuck. I've
If
got
we're
to
really
keep it.
concerned with this subsection of society, not subsection, section of society that is at massive risk, why don't they come out and go, look, mate, you could die. Everyone else needs to get on with it, but because we need the country
Just
to
put them
thrive,
down.
we all need to be
Just
alright.
get rid.
I wasn't going to put them down.
Society-
I was going to send them home. You want to kill them off, that's fine.
Listen.
But I was going to say
Listen.
stay until it's finished.
Well, it ain't ever going to finish.
No, it is now,
Go
because it's
on,
not
let's
fucking
have
real. But if it was
Right,
real...
let's come on to the conspiracies in a minute. I just wanted to get your take on the NHS being forced to do it.
And that's disgusting. It's disgusting because you've got fully capable people who are fully capable of doing their job, that have been doing their job over this period of time where it's supposed to have been safe for them to do it. Now this vaccination exists, they're now told that you can't come to work and do your job. You can't save people's lives, which is what we're told as they do.
Yeah.
So the
No, I
contradiction
agree.
is ridiculous. It's unbearable. It is mad.
Oh shit. Sorry, for those of you that don't see Pape, the French Bulldog's been left. That could be
He's all right.
Well, can I just ask a question?
Fucking hell, mate.
Can I
Yeah.
ask- So, doctors, nurses, etc.,
Yeah.
who have caught COVID during
Yeah.
the time, they've already produced antibodies protecting them. So why all of a sudden do they need?
Sorry, someone.
There is a
Synthetic-
6-month thing for travel. I don't know if it's the same for nurses and doctors. If you get COVID, because Conrad, you know Conrad in our gym, he's just got COVID, he's not vaccinated. But he was,
get COVID.
yes, and he went to the Europeans in February,
Yeah.
and he can't travel without vaccination, but because he's just got it,
Can't get a vaccination.
no, you can get the vaccination, but he can get a ticket, but he's void of travel restrictions, because he's had it within those 6 months following.
Right, so
because
he's had
apparently
it.
for 6 months following, you will test positive.
Yeah, 90
Yeah,
days.
90 days,
You can't-
yeah.
Nobody do lateral flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a 6-month period where you can say, I had COVID 6 months ago, I'm alright to travel.
90 days.
This is what he's told me anyway, I don't know if it's true.
Right, that's 3 months, isn't it?
90 days is 3
Yeah,
months,
3 months.
but he's told me it's 6 months.
So did Conrad catch it, did he?
Yeah, he had COVID, yeah.
Absolute fucking beast. He's an ex-pro boxer.
Yeah.
Fought on.
Is he poorly with it?
He was rough. He's got no sense of smell or taste
To
anymore.
put it into perspective, how good a boxer he's been on Sky's ball. You're not shit.
Yeah, no, proper. He's a real deal.
proper boxer.
He's a real deal. Proper one.
That's a
Likes the question, doesn't he?
He likes asking the questions.
That's
He's legit good at. He's just a bit of a specimen. He's Polish, so he's hard as fuck anyway.
He's been doing jiu-jitsu for 6 months. He's got a blue belt. Generally, it takes 2 years. That's like the average
Does
standard.
he look like Pujanovsky?
No. No one looks like Pujanowski apart from Pujanowski.
He's quite decent at the old.
He's not bad at MMA,
bad,
is he?
yeah.
I'm not being funny. When
Just
you're
like
5 times
smashing
world's
people.
strongest man, 4 if you forget the drug cheat, but I'm all for drugs, so.
Yeah.
Fuck
Well,
it.
no, but the thing is,
They
world's
don't do it.
strongest man.
They don't
There's
do
not a single clean person. Not one. From world's strongest right down to 755th strongest. They're all
Well,
geared
the
up.
strongest man, you cannot walk around Eddie Hall, just fucking gut out here.
Do you know what? I honestly think though, Jeff Capes might have been.
Who?
Jeff Capes.
Fuck
back in the
off.
day.
Jeff Capes was up his fucking eyeballs.
He needs to get a refund then because he looks shit.
All the fucking shit.
One of the things, he needs to speak to his dad, or because of his genetics, but he needs to get a fucking refund. Because I look better on fucking TRT than he ever looked on fucking gear. So, absolute, yeah. Jeff, if you watch
Fuck
this.
you, Jeff Capes.
Yeah.
Basically.
He's dying, that. Should we give him a bell? And
Is he?
tell him
Is
he's
he
done?
now?
No, he's poorly, yeah.
Cameron
Man, mate, all that gear that he's done over the years.
I'm not being
He's,
funny. I know we're going off on a bit of a tangent. How many bodybuilders are dying of heart attacks at the minute? Do you follow Generation Iron?
it's
on
apart from,
Insta?
I used to watch it.
They reckon it's recreational drugs, not.
What, like ecstasy?
Right, obviously
LSD?
doing the steroids and the growth
It's, the
hormone
thing is, the
insulin,
vascularity of
all
like
that,
that basket, you see it on them. They got fucking like worms running down their arms, haven't they? So their blood flow paths are really big and thick. So everything's running through at a stupid rate of knots. And then your heart's only your heart. Your heart's got to feel that, but your heart is only your heart. So the work that's
and
your
they've got
heart's putting
swollen
in.
hearts though because of
Because of growth and all that.
and,
So
Have you seen that guy on morebatesmoredates.com this week?
no, I need it. There's so many of them I need to watch.
It's
Like,
so
they
good,
they go
Derek.
on for so long. I just haven't got
It's
the
just, where is
time.
it? There was one, it was a
Balls
guy,
deep.
he did his bicep, and it was like fucking, it was like a heartbeat thing.
What?
Not
I've
Greg
seen the one where he's
Valentino.
pushing it up his arm, and
Pushing
then it
what up
like,
his
all
arm?
comes back like
There you
his
go, that.
vein, and then it like pops back.
Oh, right, that runs back down.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
Right.
Vascularity.
That is vascularity at its best.
That is fucking
Not even
great.
Gerald's not anywhere near that.
Paper Cup King, like
It's fucking insane.
That's it, isn't it? If he's just fucking, he's dead from paper cut, isn't he?
Well, what did we used to take at rugby? What was that? Ephedrine.
Oh,
You ever
mate,
taken
yeah.
I know, you get, I got a
Jesus.
cut on the head, side of my head.
I tell you what, a lot of decent rugby players. Mason used to do this as well. Was glycerin, so cough medicine. You should drink a bottle of it.
Yeah, what was that about?
Neck a bottle of glycerin, like like the old what was it? The stuff that used to taste nice as a kid.
Sexy legs.
Yeah, basically, neck
Yeah.
a bottle of that, and it's supposed to within 40 minutes, which is like
Do what?
got a sugar spike, I guess, but it's got other stuff in it. It's supposed to make your energy just go through the roof.
Class.
Never tried it.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
for a
that shit,
Tixie
though.
Leg sponsorship.
I could.
Tixie Licks?
I'll tell you what, that stuff.
Can you tag him in this?
Never
Hashtag Tixie
problem
Legs?
taking that medicine.
I don't think Tixie Legs exists anymore.
No.
Tixie Licks.
When you were little, that was a bonus, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah,
when you were
purple,
little.
I remember.
Because you used to get that horrible yellow one, which was the antibiotic one.
Oh.
You'd be like, oh, fuck's sake, I'm proper
Cow,
over
nothing
that.
will beat cow.
What was the
Tixie Legs
buttercup?
was class.
Was that the same? Was that
That's cough. That's cough, man.
cough medicine, wasn't it? Yeah.
Tixie Legs was
Glycerin
amazing.
was as well, but it
That's
was
like your
particularly
first ever shot you have, isn't it? Tixie Legs. Like, that's the
I love
first
it,
time you
yeah.
experienced that, like, warm
Mine was baby
inner
sham.
glow.
So proud I used to
I was
put
doing
baby
that as a
sham in my
sponsorship.
stocking when I was
You
4.
carry on.
I was going to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse, but I don't think that's really made the news
Right.
this week, is it?
I've done my, well, you fucking,
I did ask you, but I'm happy to talk about it. So Kyle Rittenhouse, if you remember.
can I do my understanding
Can we do, like,
of
a
what's
little
happening?
introduction
Because
as
I've
well
never
as
heard of
us?
it. Well,
You must have heard of it.
I've seen
Did
it,
you
I've seen some
remember,
memes.
Mine was.
Do you remember? We're at 45 minutes.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just very aware that it's probably the first and last YouTube
Daddy.
load up. Because you can get, what they call it.
Hello,
Are you going to remove that or am I going to have to fucking choke him out?
you can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
What's it? No, the lads I watch, they got,
Demonetised.
Ross, can you
yeah,
consult Archie?
they reckon they're like one step away from just getting removed completely.
Yeah, but you're not monetising your videos, are you? You're not putting
No,
it on
no,
to-
you
No, only if you monetise.
Yeah, if you monetise.
No.
Cannot bias
They
you.
can remove you for things about stuff we've talked about tonight.
Like what? Well, we ain't done nothing offensive, have we?
No, but they literally, we can't say anything on
Fuck
fucking.
you,
Well, then what's the point? What we're doing is
But
fair.
we'll
But it's going to be interesting to see how far.
I don't think we said anything. To be honest, I don't think anyone's going to watch it, so they're not
So
going
the
to
Carl
complain.
Rittenhouse case. So do you remember in the Black Lives Matter protest, there was a guy that went out with his gun, young lad, 16, 17-year-old lad.
Can I do my understanding of what I saw?
If you put some work in.
Because I didn't understand why this was
So
going to
do
be
you
a
remember-
conspiracy theory.
No, it's not a conspiracy theory.
Oh.
However, I just find it a bit strange that. Do you remember in the BLM protest, and he shot 2 people, and everyone called him a racist. He killed 2 people, shot 3 people, killed 2 people. And they're like, he's a gun-toting, white supremacist. Firstly, the irony is he killed 2 white people, so you can't class it as racist. However, so he killed. I'm just going to give you the facts, and I'm going to get Dan's opinion on this. He killed 2 people, injured another person. The person he injured tried to sue him for $10 million. This week, he got found guilty by a jury, and the judge acquitted the case, so he walked out of the
Mate, it's mental.
free.
It is mental.
Now, before we get Dan's opinion, the weird thing is, all the Americans are saying is this is all American people are going, this happens every time in every court case. Now, if Carl Rittenhouse was black, never would have made the news, he would have been prosecuted.
That's absolutely fantastic. That was a
I
excellent
want
joke.
you back for good.
I want you back.
Want you back.
I want you back.
He would have gone
I
down.
want you back. For... Sorry, go on.
Now, the fact that he was a Trump supporter, the judge was a Trump supporter, the judge was outrageous in it. I don't know if you've seen some of the footage.
Yeah, I need to do like the
He's
full,
got
because
acquitted.
individualising it's mad. But
So that's the overarching thing. He was found guilty by the jury. The judge went, not going to buy that. You walk away free.
So I'd seen a couple memes. Like that's all right. So I didn't know what was going on. I'd seen a couple memes. I don't watch the news. I've seen a couple memes. And then you said to me, familiarise yourself with this.
Can we just clear up what
So
the fuck is a meme?
A meme's something on Instagram, a little thing.
So it's a snippet of something.
Yeah, a little bit of
parody,
information.
innit?
It can be very,
Normally it's sent
you know, like a
to
joke.
me,
Normally,
yeah.
it was a joke. I've seen a couple jokes.
Right.
And I knew
You
it
had
was
a
this
picture
lad.
like Jimmy Savile with like a kid.
You
and it'd be
send
like, Jim will
memes and
fix
all
it
that.
for you.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But I didn't know anything about it. And then he said to me, look, familiarise yourself with this one, talk about it. So I did some research. So this is my understanding of what happened. I'll talk you from
Kyle
the beginning to end.
Rittenhouse
So,
is the
so
case.
right, so we start off, he's not even in it from the beginning. From the beginning, there's an incident, I think it was in Wisconsin. Black, maybe predominantly black residents, and there's an incident, and the police come, and they're trying to sort the
There's
situation
protests in
out.
the street.
During which this is before. So during which time, this black guy goes to his car, his name Jake something. He's the instigator. He's the
I
protagonist of it
didn't
all.
think it was related.
Well, no, it was. According to what I've seen, anyway. So maybe you'll correct me. He went to his car. He had a knife in his hand because the knife was dangerous. The police didn't know what he was going to do with that knife. They decided to shoot him. So they shot this black man.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't know whether he was dead. They didn't say that in the documentary, but they shot him. That's a fact.
He was
Which
fatally killed.
he was killed. Right. Okay. So then the
Fatally killed? Could you be not fake? Could it not be fatal?
yeah, no, it was sort of time non-fatal killers.
Sorry.
They're the best ones.
I don't want to nitpick. I met with it right,
He was
yeah?
fatally shot.
Yeah, so he was blockad, block, pow, all that. So that's right. So he's dead now. And then, the community around him, they were all literally surrounding the police, going, "Look, this wouldn't happen in a white community, rare." So they started marching, right? And then when they started marching, a riot happened. So this Black Lives Matter, and they burned down some buildings. Then this geezer on Facebook, who's nothing to do with Kyle
Rittenhouse,
nothing to do with him, but he put out this post saying, "Look, do anyone in the local community want to help protect our buildings, right?" So then all these white people come out with AR-15 rifles. And although the black guy that pulled out a knife and they said we need to kill him because they don't know what he's going to do, the white blokes with AR-15s, the police said thank you for coming out and supporting us.
Yes.
Which is a bit of a contradiction.
Well, no,
then
Dan, because they're white.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That is.
So then they had
America.
They had all these riots, and at some point during these riots, the actual police force, the people who are paid to be police, they forced the protesters out into an area where, and a lot of the protesters were white, and they forced them out into an area where they called them a militia.
You can't call them protesters. They were protecting their property.
No, I'm talking about the Black Lives Matter people.
Oh, right.
They're the protesters. The militia are the people who are protecting their property.
Yeah,
They were forced into a community, rather than being governed by the police, the people that are paid to be police, they were forced into an area where, sorry mate, you have to come back.
What do you need, Acacia? That's Dan's daughter, by the way.
George's went emo.
Is what?
Emo.
He's an emo. No, your son's an emo, you're going to have to go.
He went into the bathroom and
Oh God, what did he say?
And
Mate, you killed this podcast, Dad.
George!
one of the boys went in, and he was just standing there, and he was like, no, and then he started crying and went up to the bed.
Aye.
And the boys went, Becky, bye!
No,
So, mate,
no, let me even have a word with the boy.
I just said he went either.
He's only 6, okay?
He's
So
got, I know
he
exactly
doesn't-
what they're on the.
Can you cut that out?
Don't worry about what they're.
Will that work?
I thought he started
Cut the bit
listening.
out when my daughter come in and ruined the whole fucking podcast. So anyway, right, so then we get to this one. So they're being pushed out of town by the police.
By the
force.
police, yeah.
And then they get to, and they're literally, the police are getting here and they're thanking these people, the militia. And these are
Yeah.
people, normal fucking people, me, you, blah, 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 that have decided to come out that day to help the police. They brought AR-15s and they run them around their fucking neck. Because that's all right in America.
Yeah, because
But-
you
but-
can go
but
to
the police-
Walmart, aka Asda,
But
and buy it.
Obviously, when that black guy had a knife, it was really dangerous and you had to protect the public. But now this white guy's got an AR-15, that's fine, because he's part of this protection. Not only that, the police are thanking him.
That was
They're saying,
sarcasm,
thank you,
by the way.
appreciate that. Thank you. And they're literally saying to these people, thank you for your support, I appreciate your support. So at some point during this, where they've been pushed towards these people that got the AR-15s, and there's a 17-year-old child carrying an AR-15 rifle.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse now,
Yeah.
and the police are on camera,
Yeah.
walking past him. He's got this gun, and at some point, white people, not black people.
Can I just ask a question? An AR-15, is that full or semi-automatic?
I don't know.
I think it's.
All I know is when I was watching this documentary, they kept
Okay.
saying AR-15, so I know that's what it
An
was.
AR-15 is not like
A big fucking thing. Looks like an AK.
It's a proper.
It's not a do-do-do-do-do-do. It's
Is it an
a.
SMG or an AR?
Yeah, the Colt AR-15 is closely related to the military M16.
Yes, it was a proper fucking gun. He ain't fucking about.
That's
this.
taking people down.
And he's 17, by the way, and he doesn't live there. So he's come out and he said, I'm here to protect my
travelled.
community.
He's travelled.
It's not his
He's
community.
travelled.
He's travelled to get there. So anyway, so something's happened, and he's ended up shooting one person. After he shoots the one person, someone else dives in. That's the hell of a gun. Put it on there. So he shoots the one person, then a couple of people dive on top of him. Sorry, mate, I've destroyed your shot. A couple of people dive on top of him because, as you would, if someone was trying to shoot your
You won't
friends,
choke down, mate.
No,
you're gonna-
You've got to be a pro.
you know, hey, straight like that, straight like that.
Shoot yourself instantly.
Cross.
If you were called Laura and you were purple belt, yeah.
No problem. So they've
Good. Yeah.
so another person's jumped on to try and protect him. He's got a skateboard, so he's
Yeah.
trying to hit mate in the head with a skateboard because he thinks that's the only thing I've got, and it's stop this fucking lunatic who's 17 years old with an AR-15 from killing people. So he's turned around, shot him a few times in the chest.
Yeah.
Another guy tried to stop it. He shot him in the fucking arm, and then one other person got shot. All right, 4 people got shot.
So 3 people got shot, 2 people got killed.
Okay,
How many
so
of them
after,
were fatally dead?
after this 17-year-old, the 17-year-old has murdered 2 people and really seriously injured another person.
One was a convicted paedophile, by the way.
Irrelevant.
Which is
irrelevant. He
So
didn't.
it is irrelevant.
Irrelevant at that moment in time. So then this 17-year-old who had an AR-15 stood up, walked towards the police with his AR-15. Still got his AR-15. He's just killed 2 people. He's got his AR-15. The police are there. They've witnessed him kill these 2 people. He walks past the police.
Yes.
Then he goes home. He gets arrested the next day.
Quite rightly so, mate, because he was...
He's 17, so he's got to get home, isn't he? So he needs to be at home.
Cool enough.
His mum's going fucking mental at home.
You've got your AR.
Where the fuck are you? You've got your dad's gun. Get home, you dickhead.
Yeah, you get home. You alright, Kyle? Good night. One bad. Couple of guys come at me. I killed 2, injured 1. He's gonna
Dad's
see
come
me-
down. Kyle, I gave you 25 bullets when you went out. Why is there only 20 left
Yeah.
now?
He did an interview
Thing is, Dad.
prior, didn't he? He was on the news.
He was on the news because he was like, I'm going to
with
fuck
prior.
shit up. and all that.
Literally, that news story,
Yeah.
5 minutes before he killed 2 people.
Yeah.
So, from the perspective of
Just to clear
if
things up, he is white.
As
and
fuck.
the guy that was black with the knife was fatally shot.
Yeah, so the guy that was white that
But the
had the knife
police
in his
were
hand,
encouraging-
that hadn't killed anybody, he killed nobody, and he just picked it up out of his car, he was fatally killed. Then this white guy, he killed 2 people with an
Before he-
AR-15.
before he killed anybody, he had the
Have you got
AR-15.
any way of doing a comparison against an AR-15 and a knife?
Steve,
That we can do the same thing. Is it like sort of like, that's a knife, that's
I
an
don't even
AR-15?
think it does it justice, does it? Like,
Who's got an enormous penis they could show to the camera?
not me and Gavin.
Right, nobody here. So for comparison purposes, this thing that you've got here, that's your knife. That's a knife, really, isn't it? And then you've got an AR-15. You can, if you're white, and you've just killed 2 people,
So I think I'm
past the
right
police
in
for an
saying
AR-15,
an
that's fine.
AR-15
They won't
is
even stop you. They
something
didn't even
between
stop him.
a sniper and a AI.
It's,
Yeah?
I'm still going to remember that shit.
It's on camera as
Yeah.
well. It's
So
somebody
this
filmed
guy
it.
killed 2 people, injured another one, got found guilty by
Oh,
the
the one we were
jury.
talking about originally, yeah.
That was after he killed him. He got
Yeah,
found
so
guilty.
jury found him guilty. It was the most horrific prosecution. The judge was horrific. He was banned. After he got found guilty by the jury,
A murder.
He
of
overturned
murder.
it.
The judge went overturning it.
Yeah, he probably
He walked out.
didn't mean to.
Can
Probably
you
didn't mean to.
imagine?
Read this here. What's an article on the AR-15? Just start from the top there.
There are a lot of reasons people love their AR-15
Because they're from Texas.
semi-automatic rifles, and it doesn't much matter to
Second
them
Amendment,
what
bro.
the haters say. Second Amendment. For some, the gun is a tool, a finely tuned machine that can cut down an animal or intruder,
Like Laura.
or pierce a distant target with a single precise.
They weren't distant though. They were like
They were
right in
close.
front of him.
So it's like between a and a sniper. It's fucking serious.
It's a tool.
For others, it's a toy, a sleek beast of black plastic and metal that delivers a gratifying blast of adrenaline.
Who's wrote this, by the way?
Mate, Kyle Rittenhouse. Deliberately
I feel like he's naked, he's covering himself in peanut butter and his dog's licking his bollocks while he's writing this.
For others, it's a toy. Oh, I've read that. And for many, it's a symbol, the embodiment of core American values.
Well,
Freedom.
no, it is. That's exactly
Hang
what
on,
that
Dan,
fucking
hang
thing is.
on. Freedom, might,
Freedom.
self-reliance.
Freedom to shoot people if you're 17 and
They're
white.
fucking nuts.
That is
Anyway,
insane.
people come
I
in.
feel angry.
But this is
when
the
I'm walking
fucking
down the
thing, right?
street
This
with
is what
There's
I'm
no
headed screwdriver.
the sad thing is,
the
there's
in
no-
England,
absolute
I feel like I could
insanity
fuck
of
somebody
this
up
situation.
after all
Like,
that.
there's loads more to it, but there are people, normal people, me and you. Imagine if you owned an AR-15 rifle and you've gone out and you're walking around with the fucking thing around your
You imagine if
neck.
someone was doing that in Clinton?
Just walking around. If
Well,
one person did
St.
it.
Morris.
Imagine
Not long
one
ago
person
with
did it.
shotgun.
I would say Morris.
Yeah, when you lived at Southway, they were somebody was shooting rounds
You
off
live in
with a shotgun.
Southway, Fozzie.
I did, I lived in
That's
Denver.
really, like,
No,
that's
you
changed
don't.
my opinion of you completely.
It was just funny.
Well, yeah, I thought you were
Very
sophisticated.
fair.
Southway. When you got parcels, 4 Hawkins Close, Southway.
They ordered a taxi once and they said, "Oh, what's Southway?" And it just stuck. It wasn't a very affluent area.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the nitty gritty though. We've done the fun bits. Let's talk because you love conspiracy theories. You love conspiracy theories. I'm kind of.
They're not all theories. A lot of them are factual.
So I'm gonna run through a list and
Go
I
on.
want your take on them and your.
How
take
much
on them.
input per subject?
No, you run with it.
So I can go all night on one.
Yeah, we want to.
Lizard
So-
people, I'll do 3 hours.
Gammon, do you think JFK was a conspiracy theory?
Yes.
What, as in, he was. What do you mean?
Well, was
Yes,
he
real.
taken out by the government?
Yes, absolutely. There is so much more to that story than you've been told. People
We'll
have
come back to it,
conspired.
We'll come back to it. We'll
to
come
not
back to
reveal
it.
the truth.
I'm just going to read off the list. I'll just so we can get a base of where everyone is.
Yeah.
So, I think it was a conspiracy.
Oh,
You
good,
think
you
it was-
do.
That's free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think the Earth is flat? I'm a no.
No, but I can tell you a story about Shoeless Mike down the park who does think it's flat.
Do you think it's flat?
No.
That was a hesitant. Do you think it's flat?
No, I
Think
don't.
about it.
Do you think
No.
COVID was manufactured in a lab in Wuhan? I think yes.
1,000,000% yes. 1,000,000% because
Really?
right,
I'm not-
I've got to embellish on this.
I don't know well
Right,
about COVID.
that Fauci prick, that
Fauci?
little Fauci little cunt, that little Italian thing.
I don't think so.
He has. It's been proven he was funding gain of what's it called? Come
Game
on,
of Thrones.
research.
Game of
Not Game of Thrones.
No.
Gain of something research. Anyway,
Yeah,
basically the point of it is, the point of this
and-
research is you get something like a back cold, which I'm going to use because it's poignant, and you try and figure out how to make it worse. So if it gets into people, it can kill them. They were funding that in Wuhan, in a lab in Wuhan, and that's
Yeah.
not.
I don't think
It's
it was
not even
just
deniable.
China, I think probably.
No, but the
US
guy
had
that
massive part of
whistleblowed,
it.
the guy that whistleblowed that it came from China died of COVID, didn't he? Which was
Yeah, of COVID.
Yeah, I don't think it's a natural thing.
Do you think 9/11 was an inside job?
Yes.
Do you?
I don't know. I've seen so many videos where there's no plane, and then there clearly is a plane.
I don't know about that bit, but it's not a
And
plane.
then since speaking to Marcus,
Yeah, we did a
I am a
podcast.
little bit.
on
I've
that.
got to admit,
Marcus
that one.
like structural engineering.
In fact, you'd enjoy that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to send it
Yeah.
to people now. We're going to try and
Send
upload
it
it
to
to
my
What
our.
did he say? Gerald's a structural engineer.
He said it wasn't an inside job, and he probably broke it down and he pulled up.
He explained how
It was
Well,
really
I need that.
good.
I need my pants pulled down.
Yeah, we'll
Because I'm
send
so
that.
fucking stuck on this idea.
Like,
And I keep saying I want to be wrong.
Oh, we probably every time we went for Marcus, who was a fucking. He's going to come on the podcast. He did a bit on cryptocurrency. 'Cause
He doesn't deny, like,
Oh, he's into
you know, about
conspiracies.
government thing, but he just said, like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't an inside job, it could have quite easily have collapsed the way it collapsed. Anyway,
Could it have done? So that's possible.
Yeah, no, he
said easily, like
he
the
brought
way.
the science.
Let's say-
I was like, right, explain this to me, and he was like, okay, no problem. Marcus isn't stupid. He's a very clever bloke.
I'd like to hear it.
He'd done his
I can't even remember. It's something to do with the fuel
But
and
he
the
was-
water and.
But
it
he
breaks
also did
down
his research. He
naturally.
knew what we were going to talk about. Because
Yeah,
he gave
yeah.
him a little bit of a heads up. So he had all his notes, as any professional.
And he's unbelievably
He's
intelligent.
fucking super clever.
Yeah.
He,
But those
he
are the
had,
people you need to listen to.
Yeah, hence why.
yeah, he heads up
successful.
Night Frank in Thailand or South Asia, whatever, or Southeast Asia.
I'm all for it. To be honest, I'm all for being proved wrong.
Yeah.
I
That's
get these
one-
opinions,
that's one I'm-
and I would like,
Yeah.
I'd like people
Do
to.
you think
one.
Princess Diana was knocked off?
Well,
We did,
See,
don't
no,
we?
like
We
this
proved
is the
it.
thing. Like you proved it.
Oh, we proved it.
Oh,
Okay.
all
On
right.
a podcast. You can't.
Well, I don't know why it's not public
We went
knowledge.
to Paris and we really did our steps. I had Bozzy drive really fast. I come
What,
up behind
in-
him with a
you actually go to
flash
France?
torch
Did
down
you?
the
Yeah, mate.
And then I got him to crash into one of
Did
the
you
pillars.
kill a Greek?
Easy
Didn't
drive.
you? Or
No,
not?
because we never had a paparazzi. No, but we did.
Gerald's
prove it.
Greek. Get him in the
We
car.
did prove it, didn't we?
Well,
Pretty
maybe-
much.
maybe
But between
proved
us,
it,
we
but-
felt we proved it.
Well, we
I don't even need to see it.
We
Since
did.
you
That's
told me you
probably
proved it.
that's
I
probably
believe
the
you.
only one where we've been together
yeah.
and did shitloads of research.
Did a bit of
on it,
research,
yeah.
and we were like, do you know what? She
But
was
from,
buffed
from,
up.
from what I've seen, and what I've looked at, my opinion sways, and I understand confirmation bias, and that's my thing that bothers me.
We don't think Lizzie did it, by the way. We just think someone did it.
What
Is
bothers
there a
me?
chap? He's a fucking gangster,
Yeah,
isn't he?
what bothers me
He's dead
more
now.
is that she survived and she wasn't critical, and yet she died. But that's the only bit.
What about the other bloke, Epstein?
Oh, hang on, come on. But Epstein was clearly killed. That wasn't
Suicide.
Yeah, it was just
suicided. Steve knows it.
It was a camera move. Go on, anyway.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
No.
Right, that's me. Now.
That was a good podcast.
Everything I said about you look like Frank Grillo. Do you really not believe in Bigfoot?
We've done enough, haven't we?
So you believe?
Lizard people are alive.
Hang on.
You've been watching that series.
Hang on.
No, because the thing is, if
Hang on, I'll be
Bigfoot's
quiet
not
up to
supposed
this
to be an
point.
intelligent entity that we've like
Made him up.
secretly hid away. He's supposed to be like a missing link between the evolutional like path of humans.
No, I don't think he is a missing link.
What do you think he is?
I think he's
Let's go for
a completely different thing in his own right.
Right, okay.
And by the way, it's not he.
No,
gotta have a
we said that
family
because of
to have
Bigfoot
a-
and the Andersons.
Yeah.
But so.
Well, you saw in the end,
The
but
bleak
they all-
prospect is.
They all come out at the end, didn't they?
Yeah.
He says bye to Harry, gives him a cuddle.
It's
and
lovely.
then all
That
his
film.
family.
It is
It's
nice.
great.
That film.
It's one of the best
Yeah,
films.
honestly,
yeah.
that is a tearjerker, and
Yeah.
it's lovely. But although I like that film, I like Short Circuit. I don't think Johnny Number 5's real either. So
I think he probably is at this point in
Johnny
our
Number
lives.
5's real.
I honestly think there's
We've moved
robots out
past.
there
We've moved
that
past
are
Johnny Number 5.
We have moved past Johnny. Johnny's.
Yeah.
now-
Johnny Number 5 was shit. He can read a book fast, but he can't do fuck all else, can he?
But I honestly think we've got AI technology that
Basically,
is like
you just
that.
got.
Well, mate, that's the thing. Right, let's do that. Let's do the AI thing. Because that is fucking mental, isn't it? Isn't it? Have you been watching this shit? Like,
I sometimes think he can't be as stupid as he actually is. I swear to God, they've made a robot and they've put him in my life just to
spy on you.
Just a toy.
poke,
Yeah.
just to
Figure
fuck
out.
with me.
He's
'Cause I'm like,
reporting back.
I irritate him, but he irritates me as well. Probably for all the same reasons. But anyway, yeah.
Right, talk
Well,
to me about
yeah.
Bigfoot then. Let's do that. Let's reverse.
No, it's,
Why? No, talk to me. Convince me.
the only reason I love the idea of it.
Yeah, no,
was-
so same, but
And I have listened to thousands and thousands of accounts on this podcast
Yeah.
called Sasquatch Chronicles, and it's hunters and stuff like that.
and they
No, like actual, like literally, like
they've seen
from
it.
me
Right,
to your
but
way.
this is the thing. Like, yeah, great. We live in an age where nobody on this planet hasn't got a camera with them 24/7. So if there's not a photo of
But
it,
there is loads of videos out there. But
is there?
as soon as it's half decent videos, they go, that's got to be hunts.
You're still on Bigfoot?
Yeah. What's your viewpoint on it, Ozzy?
He don't believe it.
I don't believe in Bigfoot.
No, I don't either. But
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna like round it up really
You
quickly.
just
What about the
Patterson Gimlin.
the army one before that with the Sasquatch, whatever he was, that killed
I don't-
before that squad?
Can I
What
see?
happened?
No, that's the Kandahar Giant.
Kandahar Giant. Well, come on, Zach.
6 fingers.
Is that a
6
thing?
toes,
We're doing that next.
And 2 rows of teeth.
I've
Have you ever heard of
heard
it?
I've heard Andre the Giant had 2 rows of teeth.
No, Kandahar Giant. Anyway, Gammon
yeah.
has. You're right, Steve.
Someone's just kicking in.
That's weird.
That's Bruno Mars.
If Gold Digger came on then.
No, so Gammon sent me some audio footage of like a podcast you listened to about
That woman.
Bigfoot. And it was quite compelling, to be fair, because everyone that says about their encounters with Bigfoot all do say the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
They were pissed on.
They all got pissed on by Bigfoot.
No. So
Oh,
they explain it.
Sorry, that's what I
She
should
didn't get pissed on, by the way. He had an erection as he was running towards
He's got a
her.
knob on. How big's his
Oh,
knob?
no. They're
She
all
said
consistent.
Sizable. Or like,
The
how
one
tall is
total-
he? If he's 10 foot, what's sizable? Because
Well-
an 8-inch penis on a 10-foot man's not sizable, is it really? By perspective.
They don't
I
actually.
fucking take it.
Blue whale's got a dobber on it, but that's because it's
All they ever say is
enormous.
that.
He's a sexually around.
Let me just say
go
why
on.
I think it's possible.
Yeah,
So I've listened to it like
it's possible.
years and years and years, and I pretty much every day I listen to an encounter, and I've been listening to it for what 2-3 years now.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So like fucking, it's got to be thousands now. They all describe it roughly the same. Like
Have they
to
heard
weird
each other,
things,
though?
to
'Cause you
weird
heard them all.
things. Yeah, but it's weird stuff as well. Like
the specific sounds.
yeah,
isn't it?
specifics, the way they look.
The boners, the piss. I think they pissed on
That
me.
was just her.
This is one bird.
She
He
wasn't
only
pissed
liked
on-
her.
He pissed on me though, didn't he? No. Who got pissed
You
on?
didn't even listen to it, you can't.
What? Someone got pissed on by Bigfoot, didn't they? No.
No.
I'd love to get
I've been
pissed on
telling
by
everyone.
Bigfoot.
Anyway, move on to the next one. Because
I'll tell all my mates. I'll tell
Do
my
you
mum.
believe in Hollow Earth?
No.
You do?
I believe in Hollow
Yeah.
Earth, yeah.
Okay.
Do
Do you believe in lizard people? You've got to believe in Hollow Earth.
Well, hang on. Lizards is at the bottom of my list.
I haven't said I believe in lizard people.
Do you believe in UFOs?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like unquestionable.
Yeah, the
surely.
government
I'm
disclosed
just-
that.
Go on.
I believe that UFOs are actually USOs, unidentified submerged objects.
What?
I feel like they've never. I don't feel like they've come from a different. I think they've always been here for millenniums. Millenniums?
Millennia.
No, millennials are people. Millennia.
When you multiply, it's millennia.
Millennia. I think, and I honestly think that they're more likely to be in the sea somewhere.
Do you think?
Well, if you think about like timelines,
You got to
our
think of
planet
these,
and
like
the-
these trenches.
we live on this timeline here where we've got like, just go back to Jesus times, like that, those 2,000 years. Other planets in our solar system are nothing like that. They've got way out. So like, if they could have come fucking millions of years ago.
Bear in mind,
we
I'll
would
tell you
have-
another thing I
In
do
the
really
name.
believe in is parallel universes as well.
I've
Like the
read
veils-
things where they said that's been proved.
Well,
Don't
what's it
understand how
called?
it's been proved.
DeGrasse?
Neil deGrasse
Neil
Tyson.
deGrasse.
Yeah,
Tyson
that
says
kind of-
that
Hang on.
it's probably more likely that we're in a simulation or there's parallel universes. So each universe is very, very similar, but there's differences.
Yeah.
And the veils in some places are very thin, and that's where you get this merge.
Do you ever think about like we might just be in this
What's it called?
microscopically small thing? Like when you look at a
Yeah,
cell.
I do. I think we're,
That's what I
I think we're
quite
like worms, and the rest of the place
you know
is
when you
like
hear like what's he called, matey, that was in
maggots. I think
fucking
we're maggots.
what's he called, matey, that's the expert in space, that cunt.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No, not him,
Stephen
not him.
Hawking.
And space is like that, and if you look
Oh,
upstairs,
Brian Clark's.
him. So he,
My
and he
favourite
always says,
astrophysicist.
whenever anyone talks to him, he goes, "Yeah, well, we know that this is this, and we know that you don't know fuck all. You can't possibly know. We're a fucking monkey on a speck of dust. We don't know what's happening an infinite amount of miles away. You can't. You've done a bit of maths. You've got your SMP simple math problems, but
I've
from
normally done
secondary
about
school.
15 by now.
It's been quite a few.
There's been quite
Oh,
a
is
few,
there?
yeah.
Oh.
No, what's it? Is it double unit? No, what's it called, Steve? There's that theory, isn't there? So if you know, like
Mr. Spooner. Is that what you're going on about? The
No.
Arabella?
The you know where like if you looked at Snow White on the original Disney now,
Yeah.
mirror mirror on the wall, who's the fairest?
Oh,
of them
the,
all?
Now it's
Yeah.
Mandela syndrome.
Yeah.
Mandela.
Nelson
syndrome, that's
Mandela,
the one.
yeah.
No, it's the Mandela.
It's the
syndrome.
Mandela. yeah.
Because there was a load of people, however many years ago, that was
It's
Nelson
Mandela
Mandela had
effect.
died, and it was on the news.
Mandela effect.
And everybody knew Mandela effect.
Is that what
That's
it's
it.
called?
It's
Is
not
that what it's
syndrome.
called? Is it? So this is where
It's like Looney Tunes or
It's a-
Looney Tunes.
It's a collective.
I
of
think it's
people.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
A collective of
Looney
people
Tunes.
think they've seen the same thing and they've heard the same things. Like,
But it's where, like,
let's say
lyrics
we all
are
think the same
changed,
lyric to a song, but it's not. It's
This is
something
where we're
else.
in a parallel universe.
Yeah, it's leaked in.
But it's just
Yeah, that's what they're saying,
very slight minor.
I think
changes.
what that is
I think it's.
is someone's got it wrong. They put it out publicly. Everyone's listening to that person who got it wrong. They've accepted that as the reality that they're being told. Confirmation bias is massive. Confirmation bias is
Yeah, but you got to remember
such a
you've watched
powerful
it
way
on
of controlling
TV for
things.
years.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, but it don't matter. If you've been ingrained
Mirror,
in
mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Yeah, but it's not what she says apparently. Apparently, I can't
But everyone would agree with me who's watching this.
Yeah, because of confirmation bias.
What does she say? What is she actually
Mirror,
saying?
mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of the all? Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's not
Snow
that.
White.
Apparently, it's not that. Apparently,
That's
it's.
what she says.
It's not that though, is it?
No, it's.
Get it up, mate.
Yeah, man.
Hang on.
Why do you keep pointing at him?
Because he's not fucking quicker than you.
Aggressive now.
Because you can't speak because you've been picked up on camera and you can only dictate.
No, I can't. You cheeky
Ah,
cunt.
mate, still single by the way.
Very
Spelling,
aggressive.
the spelling has got better, by the way.
That's
He's
got
moved
better.
up to middle tier.
I'm in
Do you
grade
believe
three
in the
now.
Hollywood paedophile ring?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's obvious, though, man.
That's one we need to do some.
You need to do a full episode on that because that's fucking class.
But I need.
I think-
don't want to be taken
I need to
out.
actually do some research on that.
I think
don't
there's
think
enough.
it's
I think there's enough out there to be like that's happened.
Well, yeah, but
What did you think?
Tom Hanks.
No, don't know about him. Don't know about him because he's a bit loose.
I
Tom
know.
Hanks is an
You don't become a
Charlie
great
Sheen,
cash
definitely.
when it's all kicking off and live in Greece and have the same picture.
COVID.
I mean, Forrest Gump's a good film though, so let's let him off.
But it doesn't stop.
And
you
Toy
from
Story's
going on.
class, so it's fine if he bums kids.
Um,
But Charlie Sheen's career's dead
mirror,
now, so
mirror
we'll have a
on
go
the
at him.
wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Charlie Sheen one.
Right, and what are you saying it actually is?
You like women too much.
So the quote just from.
No, mate, he bummed. What's that actor called? Corey Feldman, not Corey Feldman. Corey Helm. And this happened.
Oh, I've just seen a picture about that actually.
That happened. He bummed it between the caravan on a movie
What is
set.
it, Ross?
Just via Google, the top quote is magic mirror on the wall.
So it's not mirror, mirror. It's
Who
not the thing.
now is the fairest.
Well, all you got to do is
That
put the
ain't
phone
right,
up.
that
All you got to do is
ain't
put the phone
right.
up.
Get the DVD out. What's
That's
his
not
name?
my
I've
IMDb.
I've got a Disney Plus at home. I'll watch it
Mirror,
tomorrow.
mirror
I'll
on the
find out
wall,
tomorrow.
who's the fairest
I'll
of
find
them
out
all?
tomorrow.
Is
I'll
this
add
the
it to
original?
it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this is a fucking shambles.
Yeah, just
Put it by the
like
thing.
Harry
Put it by the mic.
Magic mirror. See, but it's mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah,
I say it all the time. Before work, I go mirror, mirror on the wall.
Who is the fairest one of all?
This bedroom.
It generally says magic mirror.
The original one,
but
yeah.
that is the
What does it say in the book? Is that where we've got it from? We don't know.
No, Disney didn't
There's
write
a
books.
culture
It's
we
not
don't
like
know.
Harry Potter.
No, they just plagiarised
He
everything.
was a
Didn't they? That's how
master,
big, that cunt made his
Oh, no, he
money.
hated
What,
the
what?
Jews.
Big
He's a
wall.
pedo
was
as well.
a-
He's a pedo as well.
His
Did
edge
she
is
say
broken.
twice?
Isn't it?
Does she say it twice in the film?
mirror, mirror on
There's
the
magic mirror, he reckons it's
Yeah, but I
there.
mean, no, not the mirror part. Does she actually say it to the mirror twice in the actual?
Oh, you mean
film?
as in magic mirror, mirror on the wall?
No,
No,
as in like she
that's
says
okay.
it twice. Is it magic mirror? Is this
And the voice is so different as well. It's not what I remember.
my
Anyway, keep
my
going.
last question for you, Dan, before
Yeah.
we get into your favourite conspiracy theory, is do you believe in the lizard people?
Well, sorry.
Someone's been out about Ross too much.
The other fucking ball.
What I think is,
no?
can I elaborate or can I?
Yeah.
Well, just a yes
Do you
or a no?
believe in the lizard people, yes or no? You can elaborate, but I
Okay,
need a yes or
I'm
no.
going to
first.
say no to lizard people, but I do believe there is an elitist formulation of people that are in complete control over every single governance
We're not
that we
talking
see.
about the Rothschilds.
No,
We're
I'm not
talking
even talking about
lizard-
them. No, I'm not even talking
Oh,
about them. I'm above that. I believe, it might even be Rothschilds, I don't know. But I genuinely believe that the entire social structure that we live underneath, this governance that we think we have, this democracy that we believe we've got, is a complete load of shit. And that there are, as I said earlier, exactly what I said earlier about Pfizer, these people, lobbyists, they own the people that make
Yeah,
the
but
decisions.
who owns the Pfizer is the...
The fucking, well, the people that own Pfizer. Genuinely, I think
Yeah,
it's
but
about
who
finance.
owns it? Is
I don't think it crosses over into this ridiculous. These are lizard people from outer space that want to drink our blood. Because if they want to drink our blood, they drink our fucking blood. Like,
Well, they want the Earth's core temperatures to go up. That's
why
that's
the
climate
fuck would
change,
lizard
isn't it?
people give a shit about that? Go to another planet.
Well, it's quite nice here, isn't it?
It's not though, is it? Shit.
It's alright.
Shit's lizard people are up there.
Have you not been up on the hoe on a fucking morning?
Yeah, but they don't go there, do they?
They should do.
Right, that's fucking left behind.
Fucking lovely.
What's that?
Up on the hoe of a morning.
No,
Right, this is my thought process.
Hang on, Dan.
I believe.
No, go on. No, go on. Look,
I believe we have-
It's not lizard people.
It's the human equivalent of a lizard.
It took form and became.
Because you think the Queen's a lizard, don't you?
She's a vampiric individual.
You know, where's that come from?
Well, that's what they all are. They're vampiric people, and they're sucking the
This
life
goes back
out
to
of
what
the world
we said
to
about
feed their
the,
own greedy desire.
Adrenochrome.
Yeah.
Don't know about that.
Oh, that's
Well, adrenochrome
that's
has been
been proven. That's been proven.
Has it been proven?
Yes.
proven, yeah.
It's
I know it's been proven it exists.
No.
But has it been proven these guys are doing it?
Taking adrenalized blood
Yes.
and either injecting, I think you have to inject it personally.
Yeah.
Actually
Makes
has, like TRT does, it keeps you young, it keeps you healthy.
But
keeps you
why,
Oh, I thought it'd be proven.
if that's the case, why when we look at these celebrities do you see them getting old?
But you
Which
don't.
celebrities do you see getting old?
All of them. They all get old. They
hang on,
might not look as old
Look
as
at Brad
you and
Pitt.
I.
Can you really tell
Look
me
at Johnny
he's
Depp.
Tom Cruise.
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Depp don't look bad, mate.
No,
No, he doesn't look bad. He doesn't look bad.
If you
I
can
will
see
leave
that
it
my
see.
Amber Heard,
You can see he's had Botox, he's had cheek fillers, he's had all that shit,
I wish
which
I
you
had.
fucking
Michael Hart.
all of them slags downtown
Right,
about.
you tell me that Michael Hahn ain't injecting fucking adrenalized blood into him.
Mike O'Hearn is
Natural,
clean as
by
a
the way.
whistle.
Natural,
He is
by the way.
clean as a whistle. He is seen every time I've ever seen any interview.
How
58, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp's 58, looks great.
Does he?
I think.
Does he?
Michael Hahn's 51.
Mate, his face looks like an overinflated balloon.
Johnny Depp, he
He
looks
looks-
incredible.
He still looks
58.
old. He
He
still
looks
looks,
incredible, mate.
he looks great.
Fuck off. His
but
face,
he's-
no, his face looks like you filled a balloon and then you let it shrink back down again.
Can we go back to Michael Hahn a minute? I mean, how good does Michael Hahn look for a natural athlete?
No, for someone that's never touched steroids. Never touched them.
No, I'll show you.
Never. Never.
Never to. And if you.
And The Rock, look at The Rock. The Rock has never touched steroids. John Cena
Hang on.
has never
Hang on,
touched
hang on. I don't
steroids.
think The Rock has ever denied it.
The Rock has openly denied it constantly.
Is he really?
Yes. And John Cena says he's never touched them. Never touched them.
Yeah, but Michael Hearn's
He's
genuine,
blessed
mate.
with wide shoulders.
Michael Hearn's genuine.
Yeah, no, he is. He is. Michael Hearn is
He got
absolutely
caught
clear.
with Trembolone in his
Do you
body.
know what? There's a lot of.
Fucking Mark Bell's his best mate, and he calls him Michael Trent. Like, so
There's a lot.
done.
There's a lot of guys that have admitted it themselves.
Yeah.
That have come out and said, like, honestly, because of how jacked he was from like such an early age, think it is possible.
Look, I think
He's
if you're a public
consistent.
figure,
Mate,
He's
he's been consistent
consistent.
for decades.
if you're a public figure,
I'm not. I don't. I
you
think
should
he's-
really, just regardless of how big you are, you should deny it because you're a role model for kids.
But he-
He
he-
shouldn't
why-
be,
why-
man.
why is he ain't got like much sponsorship. He basically.
I mean, you've got.
But if you're anyone, let's just
It's
say
not
you're The
like
Rock.
professional athletes. Bumstead admits it.
But if you're The Rock,
Yeah.
if you're The
Yeah.
Rock and you're the most,
admitted it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he is on
He
it.
doesn't go into his stat, but he's very open about
And
his
yet,
depression.
my
and
favourite
stuff
thing
like
on
that.
Instagram is where Ronnie Coleman was on Joe Rogan, and they go, "Oh, have you been to like the drugstore to get this basics?" Like, yeah, you get your basics, you get your Trembolone, your testosterone, your Dianabol.
yeah, buddy.
Sorry, I'm probably right. That is why I love Dorian Yates.
Yeah, oh mate, so honest
So
about
good.
everything.
But-
He loves mushrooms like that now, doesn't he?
Bullshit. That he never took growth hormone or insulin.
No, he said he took growth
No,
hormone.
he said he never
He
did.
said he
That
took-
was the beginning of the end of.
He said he took growth hormone.
He was a long time ago.
Oh, he
No,
said he took
it's-
insulin. Yeah.
No, he
you're
said he
right.
took.
Right.
Sorry, just to correct that. Dorian Yates said he took growth hormone, but he never took insulin.
Well, I don't believe it. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like
and
before
he-
they did this, like if you go back to like Arnie's
What's the
days,
most testosterone you've taken in a week?
probably
Mil.
no more than like 400 mil in a week, I
That's a lot.
suppose. When I was doing test prop, when I was doing train as well, as a combination, yeah, probably about that.
Dorian Yates reckons he never went above like 300
I
millitests
believe
a
him.
week.
I believe him. 'Cause
And he's like-
he probably did Debo and
Yeah, but
everything
what
with
his
it.
point was is he was like, it is, you've got to have genetics and you've got to fucking train up.
Unbelievable.
And it's
yeah.
true, it's true. If
Your
Michael-
genetics is number one. You
if
will not
Michael
get out
Hahn
genetics, no
is
matter
on
what.
something, you still got to train hard, still got to eat clean.
There's
Like,
it's not like people think. Right, we're in jab with testosterone and that's it. You're going to be a bodybuilder.
no.
Bullshit.
Mate, you want to look
We
at a
really
waste,
swear.
waste of genetics, look to your left.
The
Fucking,
fucking size of his unit.
mate, honestly, Steve
Let's
can walk
put a
in-
long sleeve shirt on because
Steve
of the
can walk in
guns
a
that he's
gym-
packing.
Steve can walk in a gym, not have trained for a year and still squat 100 kilos. The biggest waste, honestly, I wish Steve would get in shape. Do you know he's putting ice cubes up women's fannies as well?
Yeah. Let's talk about that. When did that come about? When was the first time you ever did that?
Amsterdam.
Was that with a girlfriend or when like? Amsterdam was, did you pay that lady to
No,
go?
I didn't pay for that. That was a girlfriend at the time.
And she said, that, so if you're in Amsterdam, I'm presuming that you've not got like close, because you haven't got your own freezer. Did you have to pick some up on the way home?
No, it was generally they had an ice machine in the hallway, so
And you were like,
just literally pulled up.
what do you think of this, love?
Whoa, I don't know how it come about.
What did you follow it up with?
I'm getting aroused and I'm not even there. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, woo!
We need to
was
really
kind
layer
of-
it up.
It started off as just a bit of stimulation.
I've
Then
done
I got
that,
a bit
yeah.
bored, and then just kind of ram one in there. Then every now and then you've obviously shoved your cock in and all stuff like that.
How many
I
ice
wouldn't,
cubes
like,
ventured?
probably
We
all
went
the
through like
jackets.
half a bucket of the bucket.
That's
all
a
of us.
lot of ice cubes.
It was
isn't
a wet bed by the very much end of
That's
it.
a lot, isn't it?
For other reasons
That's
as well,
decent.
but it was
That
good.
is decent.
It was
Yeah,
good.
And
well
Steve
done.
apparently is very good at going down on women. Not as good as me, but he's very good.
But you're quite good at the turtle position that's introduced.
Men
I did that, practice that this morning, turtle position.
Oh, you did it again? At home?
Not at home.
Oh, in the gym.
Yeah, it was just in the gym.
Sorry.
Just turtle.
Knees up to your chest.
Little squeaky Neil can get me this morning. I had to point him in the right direction. I love squeaky Neil.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
He's
He's a big
fucking
boy.
massive.
He's asked me to stick up from Neil. He's a lovely guy. He said he'd gone on Ozzy's podcast. Can you stick
He's
up
a,
for
not,
him?
listen, he's a nice guy. He's just 21 and a half stone.
But at 21 and a half stone of handsome, he's a good looking fucker.
For a gym,
And
yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's fucking got decent missus. See it?
She's alright, mate.
She's alright, mate. Well, I'm not trying to, Neil, if you're watching this,
She's pregnant.
I didn't want to like preempt like what I presumed your missus was going to look like, but she doesn't look like what I thought she was going to look
No,
like.
he's big, 21 and a half stone ginger, and she's like a petite little brunette.
You heard about your mate Neil?
Yeah, squeaky Neil, mate. He privately messaged me, he's like, I'm not squeaky. I was like, you fucking are!
He called me this morning, he said, if you're going with them boys, stick up for me, so I'll just stick up for him now.
What is your...
Big that.
He is massive. He's got that like farmer strength, like meathead strength.
Yeah.
Ginger people are strong anyway, isn't they? Because they've been through it.
He's fucking huge. How tall is he? 6'6" or like that?
Neil,
Yeah. No, not that.
he's like fucking great. I don't know how big
21
he
and
is.
a half
Is
stone,
he-
I know that.
And he's not bad at jiu-jitsu for his size.
No, mate, he's alright, he's
Yeah.
right, and he picks it up, he's quick. Like you tell him, he learns it, so, which is good.
So the opposite of Steve, he's quick.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Hey, come on, we were doing like vaginas and ice
Nah,
cubes.
to be
Yeah,
honest,
he's
he's good, mate.
good. He's been very good.
Nah, I'm glad.
What is your, right, so,
Come on.
because we are like a conspiracy
Talking of
theory.
melatonin, let me just chime in.
We weren't
He
doing
would be a hell of
that.
an experiment.
Oh, can you
Well, to
imagine?
make it go
Actually,
black.
paler than this.
Have you seen that bird? Right,
Yeah.
way off topic now. Seen that German bird that turned herself black? With the
Oh, there's
jab?
big notes on
I love her.
this morning in that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
She talks like this with the voice and I'm black and I don't know why they don't think I'm black.
Honestly,
Fucking ridiculous.
if you gave Steve to me and Gammon with some drugs for a couple of
What
weeks,
sort of drugs?
test,
Let's
train,
He's got an incredible physique.
test,
Believe it or not.
train.
We were just doing
You can't
that.
still imagine. Right, just stick with it.
Steve literally was down at the gym for 2 weeks.
Need a
He's
bit
got
of
six
vision.
pack and packs, and
He's
you're
got
like,
a vision, don't
He's thick, isn't
One
he?
of them genetical
well,
cunts.
just mate.
He's like
Such
the
a-
white gin. He's like the
Needs up
gingery
this.
white.
I'm sorry, I don't want to do this,
Ronald
but I
Reagan,
need to.
Yeah, it is. I was just about to ask.
When he
how
comes to
much-
the gym that day, it was surprising. I was surprised.
well, how strong he
How
was.
strong he was,
He was.
yeah.
Oh, I would have said the opposite. I would have said you're not very strong, but you
Yeah,
respond
that's what I said.
to weight well.
Response to weight so much.
I wouldn't say he's strong.
It's
I'd say he
frustrating.
responds
Very
to
fast
hypertrophy
twitch,
well.
he's very fast
Yeah.
twitch.
I tell you,
He's-
yeah, I
he
tell you
is.
what Steve's
He's
very
quick,
good
yeah,
at
yeah.
is the
It's a very fast what?
I'd say I wouldn't say
Good
you
at
are
squat,
overly strong,
deadlift and bench, the core.
but I would say you respond
Yeah,
to weight training really well.
Compound movements.
Oh, yeah, he's very good at compound movement. Good at his deadlift. Not as good as you. You're quite natural at that.
He's better than me.
Ross, very good. Very good. When he's
Done
clean.
well. You have.
When he's clean. Very good at
Clean as fuck, this guy now.
squats. Are unbelievable.
Always been.
Yeah, you always have been clean.
Well, he's not on shit.
Like that 205 kilogram deadlift I did.
Were you natural then?
No, I was taking anabar though. That's all I was taking.
Yeah, but Anavar's not going to increase your
No, that's when he
strength.
turned up at the gym looking like Eddie Hall. Do you remember when he had the knee
Knee
sleeves
wrap.
on? And
That's when Sam in the morning, I was so excited. I tried 210, got it to my knees, couldn't straighten up, and he
got
and
caught
dropped
in your
it.
knee wraps.
And that was
he got caught in your knee wraps.
that's when I had those
Stopped you
joggers.
moving. Stopped you moving up.
Fucking Eddie Hall's in the house.
I walked in one of those suits. But yeah, he told me to like, I would have fucking binned it
See
then.
what you used to like? You'd shout if you dropped the weights. Do you
It was
remember
Sam,
up in
wasn't it?
Nuffield?
Planet Fitness.
Nuffield.
It was only you. It was only you.
Yeah, yeah.
Big for you, didn't it?
Gotta be quiet.
Oh,
Good
listen.
gym that.
Well, Devonshire.
Not worth the money, but I enjoyed it when we all trained there together.
Yeah, it was
good,
nice.
wasn't
It was nice. It was
Until
nice.
the Ozil pass to come out, it'd be no good for the waist.
Yeah,
Lovely,
till Bozzy took more interest in the cafeteria than the fucking
It went to shit when we went to Nuffield.
You alright, Jay?
Yeah.
Well, that's all I knew it as. That's all I knew it as.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. The
Sorry
post-game
for my
was
absence.
incredible.
That's right. So we're going to finish on one final conspiracy, and it is.
And we do this every week. We get our dicks up with a visitor a week goes first.
Yes, you get your dick.
No problem. It's one of my
My wife will watch this.
Next thing you know, Sean's standing up. Let me in.
That's it. Frank Grillo, put your fucking dick away.
You know, I said there was 6 months waiting list. It might be a bit long
I need
ago.
to show you what
before you get
Frank
on.
Grillo, before we finish the podcast, I need to show you what Frank Grillo.
What is
I've already
the
shown you.
conspiracy?
yeah.
What is the conspiracy theory?
And that new film, have you seen the new film he's in?
Who?
What?
I've just watched the new film. He is fucking
level.
huge. Yes.
Yeah, it was
Who?
What's it called?
How fucking big is he, man?
massive.
His arms are like this.
Who's that?
It's the.
Yeah, let me get it
It's
up.
looking like
He's element, yeah, he's a dish, mate. He's element.
What dish?
But
He's
he's
a dish.
he
Bit of kit.
more plays, more dates. He's done a thing on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
is it
what I
really?
just said about
He
it.
reckons
It's
his
great,
stat.
yeah,
is-
really good
He
series.
reckons his
It's
no.
worth it because it's
Again,
more
Do you
like-
ever, Dan? Do you ever watch Small Plates, Small Dates?
No.
You love it.
What do I?
Yeah, he's
I don't watch
clever.
anything. You name it, I don't watch it.
Just on
Well, you don't
YouTube.
watch Harry Potter. We fucking learned that.
No, I ain't seen that.
So YouTube, there's a guy called Derek, and he does this.
Send me a link.
He's bigger than that in the film.
Right.
It's bigger than-
Hang on,
There
boss.
he is.
Let me put. Fucking put your phone away. You.
Oh,
So
sorry, I'm
his
slow.
YouTube
I'm
channel
slow at
is
it.
called
I'm only joking.
moreplatesmoredates.com.
I hear you talking about this.
Yeah,
I heard you talking about him today.
He's like 54.
He's
50 something.
50 something.
He's
Dan's got a
absolutely.
six-pack, to be fair.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
in the
but that's
fridge,
what.
but.
So is he.
Yeah,
He's actually got an 8-pack. That's incredible.
decent, huh?
Yeah, doesn't he look like him?
So Derek
But
from
all they do is get paid to
moreplatesmoredates.com.
fucking train these
He's
days.
Who
Yeah,
is,
that's right. There's no
it's his
way that
YouTube
comes to
channel.
54.
So what he does is he'll take, someone will say like Jacko Willick, and they go, oh, Jacko Willick's on the gear, and they go, well, listen, look, I'll tell you what I think.
Have you actually seen Chelsea on him when he does that? He does a little analysis of people.
Yeah,
There's
but
only
Derek-
one left, mate. No, just,
No, that's fine,
Let
mate.
me just have a drop before you fucking clear it
How
all.
much detail does Derek go into?
Yeah,
Oh,
you'd
takes
appreciate it, because I tell you
yeah,
what,
he does it.
he's been clever with it as well.
He
He's
takes it from a science point of view.
Yeah, well, like that.
He's not like bro science.
No. He'll go in. So when Laurel Hubbard was doing the Olympics,
Mate.
He-
Sorry. Andrew Hubbard, I thought you were going to say. I thought you fucked his name right up.
Laurel.
I was just going to get
So
on you.
what he did was he took her natural testosterone reading and compared
Yeah.
it to a natural, and he was like, oh, on the face of it, it looks alright. Let's delve deeper. And he went, and it was like it was so scientific, but it proved the fact.
He's got he's literally making this up on the spot.
And he
But
does
I think
both-
he's got a PhD in something. He's like not an endocrinologist, but
Nice.
he's got some background.
And he started losing his hair.
It's
with
a big
gear.
word to pull off when you're on a few
And
beers. Well done.
he,
I've struggled with it, to be
he
fair.
did start to lose his hair when he was doing gear, and he did a whole series.
Of course you
on that.
did.
Yeah, hang
Because
on.
of the-
hang
the-
on.
No, listen.
The-
This is what
the-
you're going to
the-
see if you get on track.
This
So
is
there's a thing called minoxidil or psyllin,
Yep.
and it's not like DHT, so you don't.
DHT is what makes you lose your hair.
Yeah, so you need DHT in order to grow.
Because
It's
it,
not just like
takes you free
testosterone, yeah.
testosterone. makes
Did you
go,
know?
so-
I'm going to tell you this little secret now.
Here we go.
This is good.
If you have a
Yeah,
son,
that's in the beginning.
if you have a son, I think we spoke
I
about
haven't
this
got
last
one
week in thingy. Your child's penis
Yep.
has nothing to do.
Oh God.
If you have a son,
Yeah.
your child's penis has nothing to do with the father. It's about how much DHT is in the woman's system during
So my
pregnancy.
granddad's my granddad's.
Hey, you're alright, mate.
We're close, darling, right?
Listen, chill out.
Your mum wasn't eating enough salmon, mate.
Ian's watching this. Alright, be careful.
Granddad's got a right finger.
Hang on, by the way, brilliant that you sat in the bathroom. He said he got an AR-15 just a minute ago. I had to fucking wrestle it off of him.
Oh, I forgot we talked about this.
Yeah, he
It's been a
said,
tangle on
he
this,
said
isn't
there's
it?
no one gonna. I'm gonna get overturned all day long. Look at me.
No, going back to where we were on the Derek from moreplatesmoredates.com.
Yeah.
He goes into the science of it. And what were you saying about the if you've got a son?
It's
Yeah, so it's the amount of DHT in a woman during
It
the
defines your Mickey.
whole pregnancy.
Yeah. My mum had fuck all DHT.
Yeah.
I'll have to work about that.
Oh mate, I'm
But,
not saying the most average
so
thing.
if you get your missus up the duff and you give her DHT
I think
supplements,
my mum was eating super
your
noodles.
body's going to be a fucking
Absolutely.
elephants.
Yeah.
So
Elephants go, I've got
going
one,
back
sorry.
to talk about Chris Bumstead and his amazing physique all day.
What was it? We were leading to a conclusion, but we never did it.
Yeah, no, this is a conclusion.
All right.
What is, because we are a conspiracy theory podcast,
No, we're
we've already
not.
covered them. What is the conspiracy theory that you live and die by?
Right,
you
that's the
will
thing.
not accept.
Right, as someone that, like, if
Just
you,
one of it,
if
just
you,
one of it.
no, but this is the thing. Right. The idea that it's a conspiracy theory is the idea that, it might
Okay,
be real.
what's a conspiracy that you
Right,
live
I
and-
believe wholeheartedly that we're living through it. We're living through it now. I think this idea, this fucking thing that we had,
Whoa, alright.
where you're strangling dogs and fucking looking like an Aryan Brotherhood person. We've restricted. He does, doesn't he?
Like
Like,
Charlie-
if you look at a prison
Charlie
film,
Hunnam.
Bozzy's like the lead
Just-
racist
Just jacked.
with a swastika on his chest.
Well, he has on his back.
Just
Just
jacked it wrong.
that's why nobody sees him.
It's not about being
That's-
jacked. It's the.
That's why when we go abroad, it's like 40 degrees. Never takes his vest off.
That's because of my gut.
Racist.
Yeah. He's like Black Panther. He's got a scar for every kill.
Hang on, that's like bullshit. But yeah, carry on.
I believe. I don't think it's undeniable. People that are in control of the world, governance people, and all the rest of them, the people that are in power, financially in power, which dictates down to the governance of the people, they will. Right. If something happens in my work and my boss says to me, Dan, right, this is happening, X, Y, Z, don't tell the boys because they're going to get pissed off. But until we're finished, I won't tell them. That's a conspiracy. Me and him have conspired together to not tell the boys. This might happen, but carry on as normal until we get to the point when I tell you. And then at that point, like your situation is going to change.
Isn't a conspiracy an idea that the majority believes is false?
No, a conspiracy is you and I, Lee, get together. To conspire, we have to get together. No, it's nothing to do with majority and minority. So, right, let's just say me and you, Bozzy.
I don't know.
Right, so Lee's our mate, and me and you get together and we go, right, Bozzy, right, we're not going to tell Lee, but on Monday, me and you, we're going to eat 25
that is a
25
conspiracy,
pork
yeah.
pies.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
conspired together, we're going to eat 25 pork pies and we're not telling Lee. Right,
Can I
and if
just
he
say-
figures it out,
Can I
but
just
he
say for
hasn't
the
made
record,
proof.
though, I'd never do that because pork pies are very serious to me.
And
No, I
like
understand, I
that.
You don't
Well,
like
you're welcome because
So-
I'm jelly and I'm a fucking angel.
I
If it's
believe.
Davey B,
Yeah.
fucking hell, I'd never, because we had pork pie Thursday.
Another handsome bastard.
Yeah, good looking guy.
He'd be a good guy to have on here.
Yeah, we'll get
Just talking about like.
Alright, you've already got a guest here, so don't.
He won't be as good looking.
Right in front of you.
He is good looking.
Yeah, alright, Lee, fucking hell.
Not as good looking as shit. You don't look like Frank Grillo. He looks more like He looks more
Come
like.
on, speaks
Picture of
like
Dan on
Frank
holiday.
Gray.
He put a little picture of him and his daughter on holiday.
He's got a daughter now.
She's been in my house for about
She keeps coming in, talking to us.
I thought we were talking about. I'm having.
Baby B.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about David B.
Dan put that little cheeky, look at that little six pack.
Who's that?
So, mate, I've only shown.
Mate, you look better when you just come out of the sea.
Everyone does.
Or have you got more? No, you got more of a beard. That's what it is.
That's what it was, yeah.
Hey, look at
Nothing
David
to do-
looks like.
Go here we go.
Another one.
Frank
I know that, and you're gonna like this one as well, but you have no idea who he
Chris
is.
Akabusi.
Matthew Fraser. He's a
Well,
little
the
bit.
fittest man in the world.
I don't. Yeah, oh yeah, I know you mean.
CrossFit.
Mate, you're off of CrossFit.
Yeah, you don't now.
Cheers.
Yeah.
In real life, you
Yeah,
don't.
no, with a beard, you do actually look a little bit like him, don't you?
Anyway, look, boys.
I'll pay you a hell of a lot, come on.
That's a lovely compliment, that.
Thank you.
should acknowledge
Yeah,
that.
Thank you.
Frank Grillo's the best compliment in the fucking world.
Frank Grillo.
I'll
I
take
never
it.
knew
Somebody told me I look like George Michael.
I've done well.
Fucking
You do
hell.
look like George Michael. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Right,
Right, you know when he crushed his
what I
car?
did is I threw it out there, hoping.
You know, like when they press up their foot and they get to sleep at the wheel.
Well, that didn't, apart from the guest.
Hey, check that.
No, you remember like that?
Security
There was that photo in LA when
said,
George Michael
"Excuse me,
fell
sir,
asleep at the wheel.
Do you? I don't know if you know this, but you look like George Michael.
Are
I'm
you-
like, I've been told once or twice.
Are you?
Now take your fucking passport. Let me go.
But didn't you look more like him when he was just before he died? You know.
No, it's when he was asleep. You know when he crashed into that building?
Yeah, when he
he
was
was asleep at the wheel. Dead
That's
ringer.
right, that's-
Dead ringer. Like it's same person. If you did that now, Lee, like laid on your hands,
Drop
I wouldn't be able to
a
tell.
when he's laid by the pool in the pink shorts. That's.
No, it weren't then. It weren't then, mate. It weren't then.
It was.
That's
I'm
not
gonna
what you look
fucking
like.
reenact it in Tenerife, so look out. So fucking look out, Dan.
Can we just?
Because I'm going to add you to my social media, mate, and I'll call you fucking right.
I've never said that.
I don't give a fuck how
Like
I
George Michael with a cup of Tropicana.
I don't give a
just-
fuck.
Mate, this is
Fucking
on the pieces.
wine. Yeah, fucking. Big bastard.
Can we just go back to the
Do you know what, by the way?
Boys, your
I hope
podcast
you're
is
done.
shit.
I hope you're
No one's
dad.
gonna watch it.
I hope your dad. Why would Big Steve be going on the floor chewing?
Is Steve alright?
I'm worried about Pepe.
Is he alright?
Big
I'm
Steve?
worried about Pepe because somebody's chewed the fuck out of
That was my daughter, mate. I ain't fed her. That'll do her first meal she's had today. We're all in. You give her that dog milk.
I've got like a load of
Exactly
That's
that.
a lot of cow.
Does look a bit like him, doesn't it?
No, it's like if you need to drag out a bit. Can you bring out a bit more?
That's
That's it, there you go. Nice. Spam. Hey,
We're not
Spam.
in the camera. I won't see it anyway. Just
Very
What I would
good.
have liked
More
to
like
do, man, is
Spike
give you a right
That's
elbow.
right, Steven Seagal.
Let's watch this fucking prick when he's got his round glasses on.
No, seriously, if anyone wants to date
Oh,
Steve,
Steven Seagal's in hell of a state.
he is awful.
Fuck me.
Right, we did this the other day in our group chat.
Who does Ross look like?
Bozzy, you know him?
so you know Ricky won the world championships in the
Jason
80s.
Statham, you fucking
CC, not the ADCC. Abu Dhabi World Championships.
David
He's a weird
Batista.
looking.
So
Yeah.
Ricky,
You and Dobia, actually very similar.
yeah.
Dobia back in the day was Dave Batista.
Oh.
He paid
Right,
no
Dave
traps, no six pack, no chest, and no.
How
shoulders.
ironic was this?
He was just a hard big boy.
Hello,
When we were me,
Big George.
yeah, St. Archie went down
That's mad tick, Big
Yeah.
George, then, isn't it?
Hey, George.
Did you got him an armbar? Can you show me a kick? Give me your best kick.
George, I saw you do a guillotine with Dad the other day.
Do you want to do it quickly?
Lob him up, shoulder over, boom, and then lift your up high. Lift the outside up high.
Lift your arm, lift your body up.
I'm tapping.
That's it, put it tight, put it tight, put it tight.
And
You're
then-
way better than your dad. That's shit.
It's
Jay,
jiu-jitsu.
Jay, if you're in a real fight, bite his fucking nose off.
That's the best
I'm
advice you can-
joking,
that's
I'm
the best
joking,
advice
I'm
you can give
joking.
to
I should have
someone.
said that.
No, is it-
Probably a lot of kids are going to watch this podcast.
It's
That is not
BBC
good.
community.
If you're in a fight in the playground, you don't.
an armbar from standing.
Well, why don't you just do a Kimura quickly for everyone? Show everyone a Kimura.
Here we go, I need jiu-jitsu to take over.
Yeah, come on, mate. George, George,
You do a Kimura on down?
come here.
I don't know.
Come here, George, come here.
The only problem is it makes it look with the old child coming in every now and then. It just makes it.
Over the top, grab with the wrist, grab with the wrist.
All the things you
Wrist and
and we're all
under.
drunk.
George, come here.
Well, mate.
Come here.
So shame you can't get.
I feel like we should come to a conclusion.
Harry, if you watch this, you need to
Yes,
start
it's
fucking.
weird because my wife's down the pub.
That's
Shit,
weird.
they're waiting for
Anyway, we were doing a finale, was he?
Yeah,
But we
we
didn't do
were.
it.
No, I think we should wrap it up.
Working.
So we're going to wrap it up.
Can't take him down the pub now.
I will. So is your conspiracy that you live and die by?
It's not a conspiracy. I believe that there was a
Well,
global
I'm
elite.
actually about a conspiracy you live or die by. So
And I've told you that it's not a conspiracy.
Well, if it's not a conspiracy,
Well, there is a conspiracy because it's not a theory, all right? It's a conspiracy fact.
Yeah, but
There's a global
I didn't ask for
elite,
conspiracy. I said the conspiracy.
all right?
So,
No. There is a global elite that dictate and rule.
and you don't think that's a Rothschild?
That ain't bad one.
I don't know if it's Rothschilds.
You don't think
I
it's
wouldn't believe it,
Rothschilds
though.
or Rockefellers or anything like that?
I wouldn't believe it. There's
If
certainly.
they were that bad, would they put up a lovely tree like that every year?
Is there
Yes.
a tree though, isn't it?
Yes, they
I
would.
believe that. You wouldn't
It
spend
is a
all that-
nice
you wouldn't
tree.
spend all that money
It's a
on
lovely
that.
tree. And I tell you what, on Batman Returns, it looks really good, doesn't it? Just before Penguin comes and the stuff
I was
happens.
thinking more Home Alone, but.
Yeah, no, that's their house, though, isn't it?
Did they
The
do
McAllisters.
Rockefellers do
No,
that
the
as well?
second film was in New
That's
York.
Rockefeller.
They went to-
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
What, in Home
That
Alone?
building is the Rockefeller.
Yeah, there's a Rockefeller.
Yeah, because Donald Trump's in the second film, isn't he?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
goes,
Rockefeller.
right, son? Like
That was it.
Yeah, very
Because
pedo.
good old Donald.
So go
Tom
back,
Hanks, mate.
go back to your conspiracy. Fact.
So I believe that there's an entire global, not conspiracy, or conspiracy. I believe that elites of society have conspired to control the masses via this disease that exists. I don't believe there's a disease.
What
They believe
happened
that.
before the disease?
They do different things to control us.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's not.
This is just the latest.
Well, I believe
What's
that.
the
I believe
saying?
that.
I was like 100%.
No, what's the saying? Like, there's no
Just
money
the
in
way Dan
happy,
was on
free
board with
people.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I'm
They're
gonna
basically
back
they
him up with
can't
that.
Fucking bastard.
You could, if you can control someone's fear. If you can make someone scared of something, you can make them do whatever the fuck you want. Look at no, just go way back. Like, don't even think about that. Think about 9/11. Like Muslims were the thing to be scared of. Everybody was
We're not
terrified.
going to get racist.
We were terrified. No, we're not. We're not because we're talking
It
about
wasn't Muslims,
these
it was
guns.
ISIS.
Okay,
Yeah,
but you were saying it was the
But
Muslims.
that's the whole fucking point, wasn't it?
What did Donald
That
Trump say when he first
Muslims
came on telly?
Yeah.
For something
The
that wasn't there.
Chinese virus.
virus.
No, but like, think about
That's
it.
saying like saying skinheads back in the day were assholes, and then saying that he's.
There was a time within our lifetimes, and it wasn't that fucking long ago, when the idea of Muslims on aeroplanes was a scary thought to a white person. And that didn't happen because you were a racist cunt. That happened because the media and the people behind it had made you think that was dangerous.
It's true, he's right, isn't he?
Of course I'm fucking right.
There's no money in happy, healthy people. That's
Yeah, but
what
No.
who is
I'm
doing
telling
it
you.
in that? My question to you.
Everything, confirmation. So what you've got
Confirmation bias.
confirmation was you've got a media background, so all these people, so when you
So
control,
he's saying that we would know.
on the.
we've absolutely been, if you can control what people are exposed to, you can control their thoughts. So if you've got anybody in the world, doesn't matter who they are, if you take them from X time here, my mum, for example, 100% believes the news. Watches the news.
That.
Stupid slag.
Timepiece, by the way.
She is fit as fuck.
Absolute. It's mum.
We're talking about your nan in your case, and the boys are saying they'd love to have a go.
What is mum?
No, I'd love to leave it inside her. Just have a go.
Wait,
So that's me.
she's there. Oh, she was like.
My mum's not there.
No, but the door is. Come on.
Yeah, that's
I
why.
don't
Sorry,
That's
know.
why.
That's her nan.
Don't like
Was
it.
he?
Alright, let's talk about your mum.
No, that's not.
So Lee's mum is a bitter kid.
Subscriber.
Judy
She's watching live now.
Scottish
From all the photos I've seen anyway, Lee's mum is a bitter kid. She's
a
lovely.
bit kid, mate, yeah.
She's lovely.
She's a bit kid.
I presume, being a woman that's transversed from like the 40s, 50s, 60s, I don't know what your mum is. I'm sorry that I presume she's alive in the 40s. 60s, 70s, 80s?
69.
Anyway, from a time where we depended upon our government and the media. So the news that came through, we had no other options. We had no other options. We just came through the BBC, the most corrupt organisation that's ever existed in the world. But it came through
Hang
that.
on, Dan. Hang on. They were fundamental in helping
And I like Dan
travel.
Walker. Chill out. Chill out. I like him.
He's in who's travel.
Dan
You know.
Walker.
I didn't
Oh,
mean
behave
that.
yourself,
Didn't
mate.
really mean that.
Watch your fucking step.
Yeah.
Put a fucking something on me bell. You're not a professor, yeah.
You professor?
Mate, that's
No, what I'm saying is Savile.
Let's get off here. You pissed me off with that comment. Dan Walker's a
It's going to be a tear up in a minute.
What?
Buzzy, armbar,
I've
armbar.
seen him dance.
Fuck Dan Walker, mate. If he's a nonce, he's a nonce.
Do you even know what I'm on about?
Oh, I don't.
No, because you wouldn't fucking say the shit you're saying if you knew he was.
If he's good at dancing, Buzzy,
Piece of shit.
what are you judging
Is
him?
he alright, is he?
Yeah, mate.
Can he spin on his ears?
He's like you, but thin. No, you like him.
So you got good genetics.
Yeah, he doesn't wear girls' t-shirts.
I don't wear
Oh, he has to do that. He does this all the time. He either flexes his chest, I like to call it a wobble, or he flexes his arm. He does this all the fucking. I'll have a coffee with him. He'll go. He'll do the rock.
Mate, if you stack like that, spasm. Spasm.
I'll tell you what he stacked
Spasm.
with. Stacked with high-calorie foods. And all of the That's what he stacked with, mate. That was a good one. That was a good one. That's going down.
Right, it's gone to shit. It's gone to shit. Get it. Young Jamie, get it.
I hate the thing of being good.
That was funny.
I think we've done really well on this one.
I think we've done well.
That's been an absolute pleasure.
It's our
It's
first
lovely to have
guest.
Ross here as well.
Big George.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Ross is going to come on in a couple of weeks and he's going to talk about how he
Yeah,
went
mate.
from the most negative thing since a black and white photo to like a really positive person. Yeah, because...
Went from obese to jacked in
6 months?
6 months.
Yeah.
And he went...
that.
Yeah.
Did you have a little well? Did you go wrong embarrassing?
No, I'll tell you what.
Natural.
He's starting to beef up again now. The pictures when he was at his lowest weight was incredible from beginning to end.
And at his lowest state mentally.
Yeah.
I tell you what, there's
Yeah,
no point.
yeah.
There ain't any point. And my best physical appearance has been my lowest, like in my head. Don't do it, it's silly.
Yeah, but I can imagine you've never been overweight.
Yeah, I've been overweight.
What, really overweight? What,
Yeah.
was he?
Not like Ozzy, no. Overweight, like because I've done too much gear and I've got a bit too big.
Steve, you should clip that for our Instagram. That was fucking genius.
They're all getting clipped.
I can't imagine. I'll tell you why. I've got this thing. and you and
Fucking,
I.
that was brilliant, by the way.
No, listen. I'm just gonna. This is what we're gonna finish it up on. This is gonna be.
This is the club. This is it. This is the right up.
Yeah, bro.
I think when you've been chubby all your life. Well, you haven't actually, but
No, but you have.
I have. And
Well, you
Ross has
went,
as
you
well.
went beyond chubby, didn't you?
And Steve
You
wasn't
went-
either. Steve just.
You got
he
comfy
he
and married.
well, he enjoys it, obviously, because I
You
have
got-
to do something about it, wouldn't it?
I think it's
Anyway.
fair to say you got comfy in a relationship. You know, I'm trying
Yeah.
to put gold digger on that, but it won't work.
Anyway, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
I'm not shit-faced, which, and you can probably tell.
This starts sober. That was good. That has been how many hours?
CUNT, but
Literally, we're just under 2.
That's good, isn't it?
perfect.
Should be flow. Should
That's
be.
not no one's
Probably
watching
next to
this
an hour
being
for a
to
podcast,
no
but
one. You won't get a single
We've got
viewing.
boundaries, you know,
Is
so-
it a live stream or is it just like...
No, it will be. No, we're gonna. It'll be edited. We won't be edited. It'll be edited.
Your dad will, if you tell all your, no.
Tell your friends
Don't
to
say
listen.
it. Don't
Tell
say
your
it.
teachers at school.
I would, yeah. Your dad might get.
My dad's really famous, he's been on the Mamil Squatch podcast with Gammon and Boss.
He will literally be like.
It's not about jiu-jitsu. It's about conspiracy. It's not about no
Well,
other
should
story
we
about
go to
vaccine
Gammon,
people.
Yeah.
Because you're Mamil,
You're
Mamil
adding
Squatch.
that.
And anti-vaccine.
Well, yeah, but that makes sense, doesn't it? I don't.
I love what
Oh.
Stevie J's made.
Yeah, this.
Hey, George.
I need to clear this shit up. This is fucking awful.
Done this week, it needs to be
Yeah,
fire
you've
as
done.
well.
Okay.
You've done. I
It's only for this week.
Hey, let's look it, but I
You
will.
will.
But
Okay, drink, bro.
no,
It needs to be
So-
fire because it's still
I'll
getting
do
your
that.
veg in.
I'll
I
do
think
that.
we're going to come back in a couple of weeks with just me and Gammon. We'll do a
recap.
a little
Yeah.
a little podcast with just the two of us, and then
What you paying?
if he's ready, we'll have Ross on about his positivity to tell you how negative Ross used to be. If he'd have won the lottery, he'd have complained about buying the fucking ticket. That's how negative he was, but he's come through the other side. Didn't
Change,
he?
mate.
That's not the Ross I knew, but that happened in between.
That was like some serious exposure to leave early. That's why I'm not so negative.
He became. I took him from
Most
being a
negative
social
man
drinker
in the
to a. Basically, he sat on benches with paper bags.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, he went from being. We drank a lot, didn't we, in our friendship? Yeah.
Steve is still single,
I have got issues.
so if you want to hook up with him, send us.
Again, we probably won't hear fuck all back.
If you got
Because he's rats.
Oh, he's nice. Nice to see looking boy. Don't know.
yeah, but
Chubby,
don't worry about
chubby.
that.
Looking
She's
boy.
a really nice Dan single, so if
Yes.
you want to hook up with Dan, send
Get
us.
away, daughter. I ain't got. I'm not got a daughter. I'm not got a daughter.
Yeah, women like that. It's like a dog.
Oh, he's got a daughter. Good dad. Good dad.
So if you
Walking through a park.
It's a dog biscuit.
seriously, all jokes aside, if you just send the underwear shots to the Mamil Squatch podcast Instagram account, me and
Can I just say
Gammon, look at
something?
them.
We might want to edit that because actually pushing his daughter away probably will go against him.
No, it's fine.
That's his fault. Let's-
I won't be
just send your
understand.
pictures to us.
I'll
And
like. I won't.
actually, we need to filter his face out because it's fucking.
But no one can see him.
I'm not even in the
No
camera
one
shot
can see
as well.
No one's seen him.
Just,
We're
just as well because he looks like Casper. We need to get some melatonin in him.
Right. So
In
we're
fact, next week we'll bring him on for a
So we're
split
gonna sign
second.
off now.
For a split second, then we'll melatonin up.
Larry's
Who would
face.
think it's
Right, let's
working?
wrap-
What's the point?
Listen, shh.
You know,
I'm the Mamil,
Let's wrap
that's the
this up.
Squatch. We'll see you in 3 or 4 weeks,
I'm
2,
going to
3
give a
weeks.
band-aid because it's cool, I reckon.